up. So I think, okay, this is where it's weird. I think it was my smart item, my shoes, because I may have had my boots on to like give myself a boost. And then as soon as I took those off, it went away. So it was really weird. I don't know, because I was like, am I on the collider, like above the scene? Did I like max out what we can get to? And then as soon as you ran off of like this property, you would go straight down, and then the collider wasn't there. So if anybody ever has something like that happen, I don't know how it could be related to the smart item, but since I changed my shoes, it's gone away.
Makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. Uh, but oh my God, that like just now you mentioning that this is just our land. I'm like, oh my God, do we have that much land just between both of us in this area?
Well, this is our land without your beachfront land attached.
Oh my God. Okay.
Because we may need to go enter negotiations with other people.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Maybe we can negotiate with M.
Yeah. Okay.
to
So there.
be able to connect the 25.
Yeah. Okay. So like, I'm feeling like this is going to be too hard. I'm glad to see people already made it. Because it's like, all right. I kind of wanted it to be a challenge. Like so many times, it's just real easy to get something. So I kind of built it knowing it's going to be hard. For a new user, yeah, this is not new user friendly, but for old salts like us, I would say there's two ways to do it. Either go really fast or really slow, and that's that's what works for me. Is like watch the rocks. It looks like chaos, but it is somewhat organized chaos. But oh no, I'm gonna get crushed. I've gotten smushed before, and there are some rocks that are coming through that are very violent. Like they are here to mess you up. Um, okay, do I see Lovely? Oh no, Lovely.
But the like I was mentioning, I'm like, well, I mean, this feels easier than the demo. Mainly I think it's the rotating rocks that help.
Well, if you time it right with the rotating rocks, you can like run into them until it starts pushing you back up. Um, yeah, like I wanted it chaotic and crazy. But I would say there's a few rocks towards the end that pretty much, if I'm not going to make it, look for the twins. Look for two rocks that are moving independently of all the others, and that's pretty much going to hook you up if you're patient.
So okay, I'm seeing like the particle rocks, and then there are the big rocks that we get on. Do those particle rocks like knock you off, or are they like just mainly for aesthetic?
Some of them do. Like if you look out there into the nether, you'll see some moving faster towards us. Those will mess you up, and they would also take you right here if you could stay on them, and they're moving faster. If they're small and they're gray, those are not gonna get you. So that's kind of how to tell. Like if it's beautiful, it's gonna mess you up. If it's gray, it's gonna be fine. Mostly because I saved memory, and I'm like, I'm not gonna put this high memory texture on all these other little rocks.
I swear, I think I just witnessed like a collision and a ricochet, or like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
Is
mean,
that is that like animation, or is that
oh
like
yeah.
actual like will mess you up?
We're gonna say that is totally. I'm that good that I made that, but the reality
Yeah.
is no. That's totally an accident. I was thinking about like having explosive, like little, sparks when two of them hit. And I think that's just, I don't know, the fun of doing something like this, just trying new things, seeing what works. Like, um, if anybody wants to do these kind of things, like where, oh shit, an asteroid's gonna hit me. If anybody wants to do this, where they've got like a moving, something moving that you
You
can stand on, I do have the YouTube tutorial I made earlier this winter, and like that one skill, if you can get that, you can do all this. So it's really cool, just because um, there's so much you can do with moving colliders.
Ooh, that's a great like kind of use case to like revisit old content from your Tuesday series. The absolute basics of building in Decentraland.
Yeah. Well, because sometimes it's like obvious, if if you make a snowboard and you're riding down it, then that can be turned into like, something else that looks like a snowboard. But sometimes you have to think out of the box and be like, all right, um, could I do this with these rocks? And then if they're spinning, like, can the avatar move fast enough to jump around on the spinning, pieces? Oh my gosh, there's like 5 gliders in the air. If anybody's on the ground, watching people up in the air is like my new favorite pastime. It's so cool. Like, it's almost so far up that you can't see people. But they look so cool. I wonder, are we gonna get different gliders? I wonder.
I mean, it's funny you're mentioning this because last week when you weren't when you were traveling, like basically I think it was me and M. We started off the space and we're like, okay, so we have gliders now, and I don't mean to be ungrateful, but can we like start making our own gliders and selling them in a marketplace and
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not, but might be more complicated. I'm just thinking like it spawns for each avatar. I don't know. It might not be like an NFT, like a wearable that talks to the blockchain, but it might be more like, hey, we give you five options, like your hair color, or your like different default options. I love this glider. This is like such a cool glider. But imagine having like wings. Wings would be pretty cool.
I demand a meal glider by any means. Uh, but yes, everyone, welcome to the first parkour in the sky. um, and I mean, I'm wondering if other parkours have gotten this high. Are we breaking records here? Are we setting the bar for future parkours here?
I mean, I think it's. I don't know. I'm trying to think back. Like airdrop tower is probably like 90 parcels. This is, I don't know. I'd have to look. Trying to think of what else we've had. Like, we haven't had anything this crazy up above in the sky because we haven't had gliders. We've just had, the kind, like, I can't do parkour for crap if it's me, jumping on stuff. No way. Like, I kind of can't even do this. I run and I go too far on the rock. Um, so I don't know. I'm thinking altcoin radio used to do some really high ones back in the day. And that was Nakatomi Plaza, right? And that was a pretty big one, but I don't think it was this big. I gotta see how many parcels this is on.
A lot.
And this is hard, so I'm not gonna. I always make easy ways to get in, and this one I was like, I think I'm just gonna roll the dice. If you jump on top of the building, also you can get a little bit higher start point. Um, and then I'd say just watch the rocks, and that's some of the rocks will get you there real quick. Let's see. Oh, 101 parcels.
Oh, not as many as I
Not
thought.
as many as I thought. I thought it was like 115. Oh,
Same.
Brandon is saying, I noticed a lag spike between parcels. So take a break every few asteroids. Okay, I've noticed that too, like a lag. I didn't even think about it, that it would be, because it's not a square shape, it's like all over the place. That's interesting.
Good to know. Good to know. We got Brandon over here, the our bug testing genius.
Yeah. Well, it's like, how are we going to know this stuff unless we do it? Like the fact that we're even doing this on two different land wallets, or well, actually multiple land wallets. Oh, I fell. That's really cool. Just to be like, you can delegate a bunch of land to one builder and then create some cool stuff like this. Because think about this, like, we never could build this high because nobody had this much land.
Well, none of us, none of us. Only the powers to be, or the people that aren't here. And even then, it'd be like, it's I mean, we didn't have the ability to have multiple delegators towards one builder. So
Yeah. Oh,
I'm over here trying to pin the our stream here up to the top of the space, but I have to find Mew.
there's a few boulders you can relax on too, because like that's the other thing is, it's pretty intense because you can't stop. You can't like just relax. You got to constantly be moving, and I liked that. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool because it, like, I don't know, it activates those fast twitch reflexes. Like, I gotta keep going, gotta keep going. But there are a few rocks that you can just AFK on. Trying to find my good ones.
Oh, I see a friend out in the distance, gliding away.
I've not been hit by an aggressive asteroid yet. They're out there, they exist, but they're so fast. So, um, still, still good. Okay, there it is. Well, and it's cool to see what other strategies people might have found to get up here.
Yep, yep. Well, I mean, at least myself getting up here, I didn't feel like there was really a direct path. It was more of a like figure it out on your own type of thing.
Yeah.
uh,
There's actually, so I said it earlier, but people might just be joining. You locked in immediately, Brandon. Oh, that's awesome.
yeah,
Um,
Brandon went from like leaning back to leaning forward real
yeah.
quick.
Oh, yeah. His gaming computer's like whirring, like whizzing now. Um, all right, I'll just give you a hint. The rock that I'm standing on, it might be different for everybody, but look for, like, actually, if you had a time lapse, if you time lapse this, you would see exactly which rocks you need to grab and get on, because then you'd see that they're moving differently than the other ones. So some are just orbiting, and then some are like actually doing some things you want. You want to go find those rocks. There. Yay!
I'm over here thinking there's no way this is Derek proof.
I don't know if it's Derek proof. Honestly, I was afraid, like, if I shut smart wearables off, then like maybe it'll break something. But I did. I did shut did shut them off. But I don't know. Um, it's hard to say, but it worked. I mean, I'm like always surprised when shit works.
Well, I just tested, and yes, smart wearables are turned off. I literally just noticed now when you said that. I'm like, wait a second, there aren't hearts everywhere. I'm wearing my KJ heart shoes. What's going
Oh
on?
yeah, yeah. It's portable devices. So I shut off portable devices. I don't know if it would have given like, I don't know if I needed to, because it would be fun actually, like having the high jump shoes. This would be really fun with the high jump shoes. But like I said in the preview, it didn't work. And then it was messing things up. So then I changed it. And yeah, that like I'll mess with other things. I'll turn it back on, but I know some of our friends just fly, so I was like, oh, I'll make it a little bit challenging. Um, there's other ways to get here too. Like I know Ruston has a sneaky go around to get really high in the air, high in the sky, and then float down, and you can land pretty much anywhere on the map. So maybe that would be one way. Like if you can't get here, uh, find that way. I think old guy also knows a way.
Yeah, just message Rustan. If you can't figure it out, just message Rustan, and maybe he'll tell you his secrets.
Yeah. Oh, I love watching y'all jump. Like it's this glider mechanic. I know I'm way too excited about it, but it is so clean. Like they did such a good job with the animation of it, and then just it works because like it feels like it works. It doesn't feel like it's still a work in progress. It feels like it's actually functional, which is good because sometimes our things in DCL might feel like it's still a work in progress.
Yes, yes, that was definitely one of my compliments and feedback to the foundation for all of this. Like it didn't feel like it was half-assed. It literally, like, they released it, it feels like it is working great, and it also didn't break everything else upon like implementing it. So kudos.
Yep. I hope it didn't break anything. Um,
Nothing that we know about, at least.
oh, Peter Parker says parkour gonna hurt my soul. And Elf says, is it possible to build more high in DCL? So this Peter, no, you can do it. But we believe in you. Um, the rocks that you see up here, those are as high as I could go. Um, so like on 101 parcels, this is how high you can go. And I think if I kept going, it would get to a point where you can't even see it from the ground, which would be really cool to have secret sky like things where you can't even see it up there. Oh, poor Peter.
Being up this high almost makes me want to turn up my like scene distance and all that stuff. But I'm not sure how my PC will react to all this.
Oh no, scene distance? I've got mine at 100 and I'm on a laptop.
On 100.
100.
I mean,
That's
doesn't
my,
it go up to like, okay,
I don't
okay, I see
know.
scene distance. Okay, and then there's landscape that goes into the thousands. I got mine at 20.
All right, let's see what that, I don't know. I got mine at 7,000.
Oh my god.
I don't
Okay,
know.
okay. I'll crank mine up a little bit. Maybe at some point I'll be able to see Airdrop Tower from here.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't set it at this. This is just so like is anybody else getting the glitch where when you log in, you're on like lowest graphics settings every single time?
No, I cannot say I've had that. Like it just
Oh,
reverts every time
yeah.
back to
Yeah,
no.
every single time. So I probably have like changed my graphics settings like 40 times in the last 24 hours because every time I test my scene, it puts me on the lowest graphics setting.
I
Maybe it's a
see.
me issue. I don't know. So that's why I was like, no, I keep putting it on
And no,
highest.
I feel like I've heard someone else talk about that before. I don't know if it's poor Make. Make is always getting like these random issues.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Good morning, J Elf. I'm telling you, Canessa, the elves run in packs. Like you don't see one elf. You always see at least two plus elves around.
Yeah, I like that they are still elves. I was afraid they would just be Christmas elves.
Yes, yes. I had that fear in the back of my mind too. I was like, does that mean they'll be gone once Christmas is over? But nope, the elves are still here.
They evolve.
Now they're about to be we're in March, so they're end of March, so they're about to be Easter elves.
I think so. Yeah, leprechauns would be good too.
Leprechauns.
Response says, I think I'm trained in gliding from other side. And I'm trained in gliding from Fortnite, which is like I'm used to being able to like get close to something and you grab onto it. So I don't want to immediately give Foundation like suggestions as soon as they give us something, be like, well, this is how you could make it better. But it would be better if we could like grip something once we get close to it. Because then once you touch if we if we had that, like once you touch an asteroid, you'd be able to like grab onto it.
Was there a like was that part of any demo, like when it came to locomotion, like in any of the summits? I'm trying to think. I remember like gliding. Was gliding one? Or maybe double jump? But
I do
like was there
gliding and double jump, and then I don't think that there was. I don't remember anything like where you could grab on, but I probably honestly wouldn't. I would just see gliding, and my brain would just be like excited.
yeah, we're gonna need Peter Parker to contact Mr. One-Eyed Willie over here. Maybe he'll share his secrets to getting up here. Poor Peter, he's I just see him. Ah!
Well, not saying that Peter, poor Peter. I feel bad. I'm sorry. I always make an easy way to get here, and today I didn't. But I'd say just like go. Oh, there's Derek. Is that Derek? That's Derek. Not saying that I made it Derek proof, but let's see. Oh, he made it. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's like I never know how hard to make these things, and I'm not good at parkour, so I usually don't make them that hard. But then this one, think you can get up high on the building, and then let me find my rock. If somebody really wants to find, I can't stay on it because I have to stay active and keep moving, or I'll fall off. But if somebody needs help, these are the rocks you want to try to find. I think. Yep. They barely move, but if you watch, those are the ones they have like OP advantage.
They
Basically,
have
it'll
like
get you right where you need to go.
are they the ones that kind of have like a horizontal rotation opposed to like going all around?
Yeah, they actually have a giant loop. Um, ooh, I just got hit. They are just, well, it's doing something weird. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Oh, interesting. Okay, I hit the top of the scene. I love this. This is so experimental. So, like, I'm at the top of the scene and I'm getting squished against the scene collider on the top of the map. No, I might be on the color. Nope. Yeah, that was weird. The
That
rock
just
was like
tells me we
seed
need more
spawning.
land.
Yes. We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yes. If anyone would like to donate their land to the less fortunate, or just delegate to Canessa, let us know.
Well, it'd be so cool if they did make more like utility, kind of like they've done with Worlds, where multiple people can be building in one spot, but like make that in the map, like the main Decentraland map. Because the only way we could do this is if somebody delegates to somebody. Okay, I'm trying to stay on this rock. I love that you can't AFK. You can't like peace out and just like snooze here.
Yeah, I have taken my first fall.
Oh.
All right.
Oh no, Peter. He said a potty word so loud his neighbors heard him. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh,
Hello,
is that Master?
Simi.
Hi,
Sa
Master Wayne.
and then we have I don't think I've seen this name before. Or maybe it's one of our friends with a new name, Simi Ling.
Oh, I don't know
Oh,
if I met that.
I just walked out of the spawn point and it like and Massa is here and it just looked like she's like, ah, dang it. What do I do?
Oh,
It kind of does look scary from over here. I'm not gonna lie.
that's yeah. Sorry, I'm coughing. That was my intent. It is not an accident. I wanted it to. Actually, I went through a couple like little steps to make sure like you spawn into a house, and it looks like you're on land, and then you step outside, and you're like, activate height. Any kind of height fears.
Yep, but what I do like about this version opposed to the one I tested is that like you can make mistakes and still catch yourself like onto a lower rock
Yeah,
and then kind of like work your way up. Like it's not easy once you get down to the lower rocks, but
yeah,
you can work your way up with a little patience.
yeah. There's actually an updraft, but it's not really functional, and I know that there's people working on updrafts that are like totally functional. So I'm like, oh my gosh, when you're done with that, I want to have that in my scene.
Hmm. Oh, did I lose Master Wayne? Oh, by the way, I guess my smart wearable reactivated.
In the scene.
Well, like at
Oh,
least where I am right now over on oh yeah, you're
yeah.
not.
Are you
So maybe
on? Are you on your land,
mm,
like the other land? I think that might be
I
why.
see this. I see this is why I'm hovering over Metaryuk's land. You've
Yeah,
encroached on other people's airspace, I see.
I don't know. Okay, I have to check that out. Um. Oh, Master Wayne says that Mr. Wayne's thinks that you are so sneaky that you put the spawn so he couldn't see the course. Absolutely. I made nice little trees out there and I tried. But let's see. Am I really above? Because I shouldn't be able to go on top of other people's property.
Yeah, here,
Oh yeah.
I'll go back. Yeah, where J Elf is at right now. Or,
Yeah,
well,
and I'm
once you.
above I'm above Alan. So sorry, Alan. That's just a hostile takeover. So
Yep,
then
yep.
okay, does like does airspace really not count?
Uh,
Like,
Alan, get out the cannons. I, I told you Canessa's been plotting, Alan. I mean, I was talking with one exist the other day, or it's saying that I need to get a cannon for air protection.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's always good. It's always good to be prepared. So if anybody is reloading on the ground, you do have to be on one of our parcels of land to reload. So usually it's like the empty stuff. If you're by something, then it won't work.
Alrighty. I fell again, but this time I'll get it. Oh no. Ah!
Well, and this
Mm.
really teaches you how to use the glider so much better. Like after doing this course, I was in Genesis Plaza just like going nuts at the glider because I'm like it's so much more fun than like just regular uh controls.
Okay. And it's kind of like a puzzle over here. Like I'm I fell into the crack of one of the rocks.
Oh yeah. Don't ask me why I put that there. I was like trying to make it look cool, like like it had fractured, but then it just turns out like it looks like somebody made a mark with a collider. It didn't look as cool as I thought it was going to. Oh, I missed that. I missed that one. Oh.
Looks like let's see. I need to find a place to reload because there we go. All right, third time's a charm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is this the one I want? This is kind of the one I want. All right. The two twins, if you the two rocks towards the end, just look for them that go like super down low. They go really low and then they go really high. And the like right now I'm on the lower one because I need to get higher, so I can ride the lower one up and then get on the higher one. And then that is just you just jump right from there. So if you're patient, because like I'm a patient person usually with this, just wait and just keep moving. It takes a few minutes, but it is 100%. It'll work.
Okay, I see a nice little flat surface here. Okay. Oh, I may have messed up. Oh, it's because this rock goes down and up. Okay. Now I need to wait for it to come back up.
Yeah. Are
Okay.
you yeah. So there's round ones that just kind of bob up and down. And then the
Yep.
other cluster. So sometimes, I mean, a lot of this I'd say is also just really a chance of luck of like being in the right place at the right time.
I did it.
Ooh, I'm so close. Can you see me out here? I don't think I can make it though. I think this is a
See, I
little too
see you.
far
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, you need to get on one of those that go up and down, like the one like it would be to your right. Yeah, gotta wait for it to
That
come
one.
down and then catch it and then let it.
Yeah, this one also might not be. It might not be enough. I'm gonna go for it.
I mean, it was enough for me once it got to the highest point. Now, don't get don't run into that rock in
Peter
front.
made it. Oh,
Hey, yeah,
Peter!
Peter
Yay!
Parker made it too.
Yay!
All right, we're making progress here.
All
We
right, I'm
see
gonna start. Oh, the
we're just creating some parkour gliding champions over here. Like sign up
Skywriters,
for our
guys.
course.
You guys have joined the Skywriters Academy. You are one of us.
Make sure to claim that OP badge. Get your emote, your
You
free
know
emote.
this.
What can you tell us about the emote?
Oh, this is a very special one. This was made by our friend Hayabusa, and so I wanted, uh, yeah, I wanted something like cool that we could share. And Hayabusa made the heart, which I'm like, this is awesome. Like I can't, I would struggle to do this, like the two different uh, assets moving independently. So if you see Hayabusa, send them all your love for this. And then I don't know, we should do something in the future where you like take a picture with everybody in the CBD frame. So yeah, this is an awesome one, and it's gonna be kind of like, I mean, it's a high mint, but I think it will be kind of hard to get just because it's you gotta be doing this gotta make it to the end to get it. I think, unless yeah, I guess if you can't make it because of computer stuff, I'll leave this up. And so there's still time to like grab it.
I just caught one-eyed Willie in my frame.
All right, I am sending them out. I've sent Mohedi, Mosca, Brandon. I feel like this glide mechanic is like the best. I know I've said it, but I feel like it's the best, smoothest thing that they've added in Decentraland. Like I made I love making trailers, like getting stock music and then just making video trailers. So I was like, yeah, this is like a movie. You're gonna see it in Hollywood. Um, but it really it feels so clean just to take video with this. Like I want to, yeah. I don't know if I'd leave this in a world because you could make this and put it in a world. Actually, you could have like I mean endless parkour like for gliders in a DCL world. You could just make it go on forever. Um, but really gets my mind going. Like, what kind of things can we make?
Yeah. So it kind of gets me thinking on like the evolution of teleports. Like are we able to have teleports that have certain requirements? Like it's like for a new user, it's like if you have less than 10 wearables, you can use this teleport, get you to
Oh,
the end.
yeah,
Or
that's an interesting thing.
or maybe even like a time release type of thing, like for like our friends that like are just trying and trying and
Yeah,
can't make it. Like it's like, okay guys, like if you've been here for 15 minutes trying and you haven't made it to the end, you can use this teleport.
yeah, that would be a good way to do it, or have something like it that eventually spawns. I mean, like the rocks, those two rocks that I pointed out, they will take you right there. So, and those are easy to get to if you know how. But I guess like maybe I need to indicate them better. In V1, I wanted it to be kind of a challenge, but um, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what you could do with that. I like the idea of teleporting based on your wearables, but does that mean like if you have a ton of wearables, you can teleport like 2 parcels, and then it's like no, back to public transportation for you?
Right? I mean, I guess being able to like build this high, I wonder what a concept of a like roller coaster in the sky would look like.
Ooh, yeah. Well, and then like it's interesting because in order to get the sensation of vertigo, like I'm like, oh no, I'm way too high. You have to have something to compare it against. Because if you're just way up in the sky, there's nothing to see, and like there's nothing, your brain is just like, yeah, I'm way up here, but I don't know. So it's almost like, could you get too high in the sky where then you lose that effect? Like this is I've been looking at this in the preview the whole time. And so this is one of the first a few times I would deploy it to the world really quick here and then look at it. But otherwise, like this is the first time that I can actually see the ground around it. I kind of liked it maybe better in the preview. Um I don't know. But this is also cool because I can see other people's stuff. Like I think Fancy has a platform over there. So you see different stuff.
Hmm. So like maybe this is more like touching on the topic of like what concepts would work better in a world opposed
Yeah.
to like the mainland. Um Yeah, I mean, I believe, kind of, who was it? Oh, Empress Trash, kind of like, when during Beyond the NFT, whenever I mentioned it's like, oh yeah, we have worlds now, and then like she kind of said, so now there is kind of like this open world here that we're on right now, where it could be like for commerce and then like worlds can be like are like for experiences like with this I feel like this may fall under the experience section where like I mean even through you had a little you made a preview video
Yeah.
earlier this week and it had like kind of like the mist
Yeah,
um
yeah. And that is a
also
world
lighthouse
feature that I cannot bring that here.
so yeah I mean in a way I guess benefits are like coming to worlds and it's like yeah worlds are for experiences if you want to build something immersive.
Yeah, and I mean I also wanted to like um play with the narrative too a little bit. Like, uh, you'll recognize some of the people in the building, the Skyriders. Some of them you know, some of them you haven't met yet. Um, but they are like fictitious renditions of ourselves. Oh, they're not really coming too clear for me right now. But like, I wanted to play with the narrative too. That like, there's Skyriders. Who the f are Skyriders? I don't know. We're gonna have to find out, I guess. Um, but I wanted it to feel very much like maybe like Hogwarts. You come in and there's this group of elite Skyriders already with their names on the wall, and you've got names like Vex Tempest and Cumulonimbus, and then One-Eyed Willie, and then I won't tell you who Captain Skyhopper and the Dingleberry of Doom is. I will let you guess. But like, I think what we need in Decentraland 2 is not just better games, but we need better storytelling. Like this right here, I have the narrative, right? I have my characters now, and like every one of you, if you make it to the core, you're, inducted into the Skyriders. Like I could take that theme now and just build it out and make like cool experiences. And I mean, the sky's the limit. You could have tons of stuff. And it's not really like that's not my intention to like flesh out an entire game around that. But I was like, I think narratives make it more realistic. Um, yeah. And like, I want to build that house up more. It was kind of a pain just because I was having that problem with the collider showing up for no good reason. Yeah. So it was like a safe way to like play with a narrative. But then if I put that in a world, I did get the name Glider's Gauntlet. So then I could just put it in the world, and it could be like rotating. Like the theme of it could be rotating. Like now I have my story. There's these people, the Skyriders, whoever they are, we don't know. But they have to complete these missions. And so this time it's, this core is breaking apart. And I didn't like create a narrative of like, oh my gosh, you have to put the cylinder in the OP badge thing in order to make sure we don't all explode. But like that's definitely doable. And then I think Foundation this week also said that they're going to have stuff you can pick up and carry. So then, excuse me, it would be perfect to have it like you got to grab something and take it to the core and then fulfill your task. So I don't know, like to me, it's just the beginning. Next time this could be all like, I don't know, glitches. It could be like birds that you have to fly in the back of, like oh my gosh, a flock of birds, flock of seagulls. That'd be cool. There could be so much you could do. So I just think like that's fun to play with the narrative. And Masta made it.
Let's go. It just takes a little practice to become a Skyrider. Now, Canessa, go get her Skyrider pin, put it to her chest, and then like
I
fucking, and then palm
know.
it. You know how like in the military when
Yeah. Well, if I was more planned, I would have had this actually like fleshed out. Like, yeah, now I'm gonna make a game, and this is a like that would be so cool if you got a wearable for making it here, and like you really were. Oh, we could have an induction ceremony. So I might have to get One-Eyed Willie and I don't know the other fictitious characters to create that. And that's why I wanted it hard too, because like if you're a Skyrider now, like you should be very proud of that. So I think this one definitely, you guys, y'all earned it.
I could see like pilots' uniforms.
Yes.
Oh lordy, oh lordy. And I mean, if we could customize or have our own gliders, we could have a Skyrider glider.
Oh yes. Well, then I was thinking like there's probably captains. Like that's why one of those characters you can see he's got like a grubby beard. He's kind of a little bit more. He's probably your grouchy captain or something like that. Like Dumbledore for I don't know who. Um, but yeah,
That's what I think of One-Eyed Willie when I see him.
yeah. I feel like One-Eyed
He's
Willie is kind of in charge of everything.
Yeah, yeah, he's a leader. I can see it like also in his test scores. He scored most likely to succeed. His ASVAB.
Oh my gosh, the ASVAB. Wow. So the only thing that's bad is, or not the only thing. I mean, it's difficult. That's bad too. But you can't. Okay, using the camera feature in glider mode, you cannot take good video gliding. Super annoying. Because you can either glide or you can fall, but you can't do both. Like you,
Yeah.
that was like annoying. Because then I was like, shoot, I want to get video. How do I get video? So then I was like, can you come and jump off some rocks for me? Um, and then so another DCL user, Isle, has been working on some cool stuff, and yeah, like if you're gonna add gliding to the game, you can't do much else. Like the to like stop gliding, you fall. So I think we should get lock keys for gliding or something. I don't know how that would work. But does that make sense? Like I'm gonna try it once. Jump off this tower.
Like in a way, like to deactivate the glider.
Because like right now I'm gliding,
Hmm.
but if I want to rotate into camera mode, I'm gonna fall. Or like if I let go of the space bar,
Oh,
I'm falling. And so you can't get like I can't get a face. I can't look at myself as I'm gliding. I can get behind. That's why all the pictures of me are like, behind. Like so in order to get a picture of somebody gliding, you have to take it of somebody else. Kind of like the way the Decentraland pictures used to be. You have to like get somebody else to go, like, hey, will you come to my photo shoot? Um so I mean, as like you can try it with the camera, but it is really hard. Like if you set, I don't even think I can do that.
yeah. Yeah, totally, totally. Yeah, like yeah, when you like kind of in a way get you start gliding, moving forward, and then like from that from there, if you press C to go into camera mode, your avatar is still like gliding forward
Yeah,
uh while you're like taking pictures of it.
yeah. So I don't know if they could do something where it's like reconfigure a different camera for glider mode. That might be the way to do it. But if I get down on these rocks, I think this is not a safe one. Some of the lower rocks, they don't rotate around. They just rotate like um, you can sit in the middle of it and you will not get kicked off the rock. But of course, I'm not choosing any of those. I'm choosing all the ones I'm going to fall. So you can't really go AFK too easily. There, that one's good. Um, and then also, this is such a big build. I was like, wait, why can't the camera get there? It's so big. Like, I did not think about that. That having such a big build, you can't. The camera like maxes out, and I'm like, why isn't it going that far? But then I'm like, oh, because it's freaking huge. Oh, I see Toxic. All right, I'm gonna try to get some video of Toxic. Toxic, you are so close, but you might need to come over to these rocks here. Toxic, can you see me? This is the rock you want. And it might, like, also instancing is not the same. So, like, I might be floating in air for somebody else.
Yes, I kind of did notice that like when I believe it was the last time I we were like or I was looking at you glide through and like I was like, "Oh, go to the rock to the right and like, ride it to the top and then just glide."
Yeah.
So like while you were gliding towards us, there was this big rock right in front that you were like just
Oh,
going
yeah.
straight towards and then you just like went through it. I'm like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah. Yeah. So I think, like, that would be cool if they were all the same instance. Oh, Jim is here. Hi, Jim. Why are you already climbing the building to use your advantage? Jim knows what's up.
But I mean but I guess maybe that would be an easier thing to do or accomplish one day in a world, opposed to like, our parcels here that we just stitched together in
Yeah.
the main world.
Yeah, I mean, and that, I think that's like the thing is like this is such a perfect experience for a world because it's just, got a little bit of narrative, lots of running around. But then I'm like, this is so cool to be above all these, our friends' builds. Like, and I took everything is gone from below it. Um, but I feel like it's cool to have it here. Like, I want Decentraland to be fun. Like, if you're just wandering around, and all the cool stuff is in worlds. It's like it takes a little bit longer for people to find worlds just because uh, there's like that the learning curve. They have to learn like, oh, there's this other spot. Oh shit, I'm in the crack. Oh man, I'm like stuck in an asteroid. Wow. Not know what's gonna happen. This is the first time I've been stuck in this asteroid.
Oh, I when I got stuck inside the crack, I just like when it rotated where it was like vertical, I just fell right through.
Yeah, it did that. I was gonna make one that has like a hole in it, so you could just sit inside, like you could just crawl in an asteroid, and just chill out there. Like you'd never have to leave. Also, there's a viewing area right below the house. If you go at the spawn point, um, I feel like that's where the elitists. Like this is probably like Hunger Games style stuff. Um, Go to the left, and you'll see a hole, and you can just watch everybody from there.
Oh, do we have a new user? Lou Casino. How do I talk? Well, if
Ooh.
you can hear us right now, we are actually streaming to the parcels or scene that you're on. So our voices are being projected all through the land. But Decentraland does have some voice features within the communities and stuff like that that people can start and participate in.
And as always, if anybody would like to come up and chat with us today, oh, no, 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 no. Did not make that one. Fell down.
You see, even the creator suffers from her
I know.
own creations.
Yes, I suffer a lot because like when I suffer, I'm like, darn it, like I thought I made that one easy enough, and then it's like, nope, no soup for you.
I just realized that old guy is chilling. I Okay, first off, I didn't even know old guy was here,
Ooh,
but but old guy's above us. He's at the top of the core right now.
oh, nice.
Hello, old guy. We love you, old guy. Thank you for popping in and sneaking up on us. And also, let's see, our new friend, Casino. Do you know how to glide? I think that would be a good question to ask, and make sure everyone knows.
Yeah, and I didn't put instructions at the entrance just because I don't know, I just kept it simple. Um, because I figured we could tell people. But for next time I'd probably just make sure people knew how to glide. Oh, I'm not doing very good this time, so Tox, don't feel bad. I'm falling over and over again. Yolantis is just sitting here on the couch. Love that.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I came up to the X space to ask you to summarize the Decentraland week for me because I had such a busy IRL week that I couldn't pop in.
Ooh.
And I know it was Empress Trash's first week in Decentraland, and there were some parties she was posting about, and I didn't know like how everything went and who was having the parties. Can you talk about this week in DCL?
Yeah, I was traveling too, and so Sinful is he was here, so you probably can fill us both in.
Well, for starters, the Decentraland is now on Epic Games. So there is that news, that Epic news. I instantly had to go home and uninstall Decentraland so I can reinstall it on Epic Games.
I don't know what that
Um,
means.
uh, Canessa, you just offended Canessa here, like
No,
Canessa.
no, that's okay. I mean, Epic Games is one of the biggest like game companies, like game stores. They have probably the one that everybody knows is Fortnite, but they have a lot of other like popular games. And then they have like basically if you buy the Epic Game Pass, you have access to all the games they offer. So it's more like a gaming catalog, kind of like how Steam has all these games you can access. If you pay for Steam, you can get access to these games. So it just means that it opens Decentraland up to a specific niche of gamers, which I think is so good because if you're playing any Epic games, you probably have a gaming PC because like in Fortnite you gotta have a good one, or Rocket League you gotta have a really good computer. So it's kind of nice because it's going to be people that already have like knowledge, experience, and then the hardware to support it. Um, I think it just legitimizes Decentraland as like a game. I think it's probably hard to get in there, and yeah, maybe more people will discover it because of that.
Yep, yep. And I mean, I definitely can't catch you up on all the new things that happened in the week because I was in my cage over at work for most of it. But I do know that the Central Land hosted its like first like streamer party event over at the theater at Genesis Plaza. So that went down. If anyone would like to come up and talk about that, you're more than welcome to. Um, and along with other events, I don't know if it also started this week, the career day event or something like that. Like I know, like it's a reoccurring, seems to be a reoccurring event every Monday while I'm in my cage. Um, and let's see. I mean, Wednesday was Crypto Minotaur's event. Always good to see Crypto Minotaur, throwing down. Let's see. Let's see if I can look back into some things. Oh, Thursday we there was Vlu came back to Rage, and that was awesome. And also Planet Exar had their well, within the Jumpstart program, they had their final testing session within the program, but they also did say that they will continue to move forward with their project. They will not be abandoning anything. If anything, the most recent updates have only inspired them to continue to keep building. Um, and of course, Friday, Meta Beast roaming party, 2 year celebration. Can't forget that. Make is down there, probably tired from last night. I know he had a busy day, but we had a pretty good event, and thank you everyone for coming out last night. And I mean that would be my brief update because I mean, besides that, it's like a lot of me hanging out in CBD or or maybe I shouldn't finish the next sentence I was gonna say because I've taken up
Well, thank you.
yeah, I've taken up some new activities within Discords.
Oh, Okay, so then what does that mean for me with the Epic Games? Do I have my client and it is working right now because I got in on my Mac with the regular DCL client, and I do not have Epic Games installed on the Mac, and I don't intend to. Will my client still work?
Yep.
Yes. I'm still on client 2.
Okay, so then on my PC, I do have Epic Games installed because my sons are gamers, and that means that I should maybe go through that. I mean, it's a huge hog with memory on the computer, so that's what I'm worried about.
I
That
mean, go ahead.
that's why I had to delete Epic Games and like delete Fortnite and Minecraft so that I had enough memory for Decentraland. And I put that in the Discord. I was like, guys, do you realize how much I love you? Because like I actually deleted Fortnite, so that's commitment right there. But there's no advantage I've heard that would get you that it would be better to use one than the other. There is, however, a wearable that I see in the forums that you get for joining through Epic Games. So it's a shield. So,
Hold up. Where's my shield?
I don't know.
Massa Wayne's, where's my shield?
I don't know. But I mean, I assume, because I was like, is this legit? But I think it is. So I would imagine people might be like joining just to get the wearable. But otherwise, like if you're a hardcore gamer and you've got Epic Games installed and you got a ton of memory, you're in no problem. But I got an external hard drive this week. My computer is ready to die if I don't get some files off of it. So I still gotta be a little careful with how much I download, at least until I can get some room on this thing.
That's so responsible of you, Canessa, because I think I like was starting to run into some like memory issues over here on my end with my, supercomputer, and I'm just like, I'll just get a new PC.
Oh yeah. Well, because it's like I think help desk at Decentraland might be tired of my tickets of like, I don't know why this isn't working, and they're like, oh yeah, geez, that's how much memory do you have? And I'm like, well, I have like 45 kilobytes left on my entire laptop.
Oh my
And
God.
they're like, geez, so I think they're gonna uh
Damn. I was
yeah.
over here
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm down to my last 700 gigs. Oh
Oh my
no, like
god.
dying. Like,
No. I
I,
cleaned it up and I have 7 gigs. So now I'm good. I can do a lot of stuff with 7 gigs. But that's like
wow.
7 years of Decentraland on my laptop. So I got protected. Oh, well, One Eyed Willie says Decentraland joins Epic Games. Tim Sweeney lays off a ton of people. Soon we will rule the world. I have to shout out our good friend Tim Sweeney, creator of Epic Games, because he has bought so much land, IRL land. He must have learned the power of land from the digital metaverse, but he has just bought like entire forests slowly and made them protected so they can never be developed. So I'm also like, that's pretty cool. If I had Tim Sweeney's money, that's what I would do.
Oh, thank God. I was afraid you were going to say he bought the lands for data centers. I was just going to start
No.
yakking everywhere.
No, have you seen? He's been slowly buying up forests. No, he's I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he made like Fortnite and land. The only thing he could do to elevate himself is be like a food truck of donuts, and then he'd be godlike status in my book. But no, protecting the woods and making sniper rifles in Fortnite, that's pretty good. All right, let's see. Tim Sweeney land. He is one of North Carolina's largest private landowners, having acquired over 50,000 acres across 15 counties, primarily for permanent conservation rather than development. Since 2008, he's purchased vast tracts of wilderness. So he's got a lot of parcels of land in the IRL world. Good job.
Now we just need him to get some parcels on Decentraland, and we'll be set.
Yeah. Oh, One-Eyed Willie said he's heard he was turning those forests into real life Fortnite. Okay. Sign me up, One-Eyed Willie. Sign me up. Hi,
What the
Meg.
fuck was that?
That was Meg.
Oh, that's amazing. I have my phone muted, and quite literally, if you're on stage, even though your mic is muted and you hit a soundboard, it bleeds right through. So that is completely my bad. I was like, "Oh, new soundboard. Let me hit this button." Good morning, shiny
That is awesome.
objects. Congrats on your new shiny asteroid. Hi, Yolantis. Great to see you. I hope you're back across your adventure. Um, There's been a lot going on in DCL. I mean, I feel like the energy, like last week, the event for the Twitch was really great. I think that's going to be a really exciting way to keep welcoming new people, kind of like the week before when Canessa or the I don't even know because life bleeds. Was that Severus came in for the CBD? Was that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I
That's
saw
cool.
him. That was fun. He's a crossover from Second Life, and he brought his Second Life buddies with him.
And it's funny you bring that up because we were saying we need to take a voyage, and we were saying you, MC, and a couple other people are Second Lifers and come from that adventure, and that we should go support and take a look and find some more metaverse friends. So you definitely came up on the list quite a few times with Empress and
Ooh, let's go.
and Second Life, and but either way, I think it's a great initiative to continue to welcome people to the platform. They did a good job also of on her stream showing what was going on. To really keep broadening what's possible. I know Sinful, who was so awesome in bringing us Henny Wubs last night. Thank you, Mew. Um, we were unsuccessful like we were in the past showing DCL on the back of Henny's stream. For whatever reason, I think we know the culprit or the answer. But I'm gonna pound the table a little bit again that if we're gonna bring in people who are streaming on other platforms, it would be so amazing to have a camera or a team member that they could connect to for a video feed, almost like a live in-world API you could connect to a camera, so it'd put way less load on their computers, and we could welcome more friends. I think it's really mission critical if we're gonna welcome Twitch streamers or really any streamers or people who are recording and doing their thing to be able to show what's going on. I thought Severus did a great job with that. I was also curious about Lastrum, though. Lastrum dropped a DCL companion. I gave it a light try, and I'm very excited to see and hear more about it.
Yeah, Lastrom, feel free if you want to come up and chat a little bit about everything you've got going on. That would be awesome. And like about what you said, I think we've had a really good opportunity in the past month just to see, like, I'm noticing way more people coming in from Twitch, from YouTube, from the ads that we're putting out. Like yesterday there was somebody and their name was really long and it kind of didn't make sense, but it was like TTTV. And I like, because of my time in Fortnite, I'm like, okay, TTV is Twitch TV. Like that's how you tell people you're a Twitch streamer. I don't have that on mine yet, but I want to have it someday. So I was like, "Hey, are you a Twitch streamer?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I think she's a young lady from Ireland who streams Fortnite and Hogwarts Legacy, and she was checking out Decentraland. So um, they're definitely finding us. Like it's kind of cool, and I think like seeing Severus come in, having him, like, he did an amazing job to bring people with the, like, not just the day of the festival, because that, that's happened before. Just people come in for one day and leave, but people were coming in ahead of time, like getting wearables. So it's been really cool just to see how that can work, and like how do we make it more inviting, and like, I mean, they're different than us. I will tell you that they are different. We thought we were all, spicy because we put on a mini skirt, and they're like, I had to do like 3 Hail Marys and some Our Fathers and go to confession after hearing our friends from Second Life talk. Like, they're a little different than us, but we welcome them all the same.
Says the girl who makes jiggle physics. Yeah, I mean, I had a follow up to that, but you caught me in the jiggle physics. I'll be right back.
I mean, I kind of do have a follow up to that. Kind of like, having these individuals coming in, it's more important than ever to really tighten the ship up when it comes to, either profanity filters or having having ways to protect users from being called the N word or anything like that. Like as new users coming into the world, like yes, so
I was
that's what
gonna.
I gotta say.
Sorry, my apologies, Sin.
Go, I was done.
I was I was also gonna say to Yolantis, at least from my past experiences, I've never had luck doing Epic Games on my Macs. Or I just really have never made that platform stable for me when I've tried to get games. It just never really felt like a Mac thing. Definitely not Steam. And I know that because I always wanted to do some VR chat stuff early on, and I could never really download or move forward with it. With Max, welcome to the game. But it's really exciting. I think there's a
Mm.
whole new
I,
core group of people who could find us. So, is there like a almost like a hangout, or like not a metaverse but like a middle earth for Epic Game where you're like, hey, what games can you go into and hang out?
Well, I mean, I'm so glad you asked. Just kidding. Um, yeah, I mean, Epic Game, they've done some pretty big things over the past few years that, in my mind, it makes me think that they're, I mean, they already, like, okay, they bought, was it Disney that bought, or they bought 4 billion. I'm gonna get it all wrong, you guys. 4 million, no, 4 billion, $4 billion worth of Disney, or vice versa. And that's why you can find the Disney metaverse, like the Disney Epic world. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, stay with me here for a second, but like, Disney uses Polygon and has like, that is the one coin that Disney has been friendly with. And so imagine if in the future Polygon is used in Epic Games for like buying and selling virtual assets. Like, I don't know, call me crazy, fact check me, please. But I think that maybe there's just like bigger pieces of the puzzle being moved into play that someday we'll see how it all plays out. But to answer your question, I think that there's not like the, I don't know, I gotta limit like how much I'm online with those kind of worlds. And I know, like, sometimes my kids might request me to be in one world, and I'm like, okay. So I don't know, I should send
Are
them
you
in as scouts.
are you talking about the 3D assets for Disney? The 3D virtual assets?
Let me look it up so I'm not
Because it's
misquoting.
it's Veve, I think that's how you pronounce it, or
Oh,
VV
Vivi,
VEV.
Vivi,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see. It was a few years ago. So now, okay, so it was in 2024. Disney buys $1.5 billion in stake in Epic Games to create expansive metaverse. Um, And so if you look at the pictures, like I'd say look it up. It looks like Ready Player One, but it's Disney. And I love Disney, thank goodness, because if I didn't love Disney, I'd be like, oh, like, I don't know. But I mean,
I'll just say they rug me so hard. Disney absolutely rug me. Does anybody remember a game that they had? Like it
oh
was
yeah,
Disney Infinity. It was like you had to connect it to your Xbox with those like little characters, and you could play Marvel or Star Wars. And that was really the first time I saw IPs where you could hang around. That was a metaverse, for basically for kids, and you could go do literally almost anything kind of Roblox, but they also had like games you'd kind of like put a Death Star on and use different characters and you'd play through their game. And I bought so many of those for the kids, like a ridiculous amount, and they totally just rugged the platform. I was beyond. That was my first rug. Curse you, Disney Infinity.
yeah. I mean, Disney is what it is. All I know is when they want their Decentraland name, I know who they can talk to. But we'll see. I mean, a lot of changes with Meta changing their like pivoting their direction, but I don't know. I live with a Robloxer, so I feel like this stuff is not going anywhere. Uh, even if we wanted it to, it's here.
Yeah, and I mean, well, pertaining to that news, I mean, people just can't read. They're scaling back on their VR development. Like that's not like hurting anything that we do. uh, I mean, it would be awesome to have to be able to use VR or whatever, but like I mean, the technology is just not there yet, and they've dumped $80 billion into it. Maybe it's like maybe it's just time for them to take a break and be like, okay, let's not dump another $80 billion within the next 5 years. Let's like relax, take a step back, see what the rest of the industry is doing, and then maybe start dumping another $80 billion later.
Yeah, and I mean they're like it's almost like having I don't know having somebody with a bad reputation be like, why doesn't anybody like me? And then you're like, yeah, do you remember that time that you like literally took all of our data and made a really bad reputation for yourself? And like, yeah, people haven't forgotten that. So I
Yeah.
think it's also like it's not just some company that has kept up like a high moral standard. This is like, no, we're gonna take your data and now we're gonna do it in a new way and we're gonna look creepy as fuck and not have legs. So I just think
Mhm.
it's just not the same.
I also
Yeah, I
think
agree.
it shows you could throw any amount of money into anything. It doesn't make it a good like some. It doesn't build community. It doesn't inspire other people to be together. Like things that work and don't work. There are very successful things that started with very simple roots, and I think more than anything, it just shows. For all the quirks and bumps and bruises, we might not have millions or hundreds of millions of users, but we still out here building, and it's getting better all the time. So maybe the slow roll of growth while we continue on our pathways really do find solutions to making things successful. I don't know. I go the whole other way with it. I'm glad the word metaverse is dead. Um, I want to take meta. I want to take a few words lately out of the Meta Beast roaming party, but you know, I mean, I think maybe the word metaverse right now for what the goal is, and I know Meta Beast over there goes and talks and goes sees other metaverse worlds and gets into long strategies about why the word metaverse and maybe what this is isn't a fit. And I know we try and change it. Maybe that word can die with meta too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you said it right there. Like you can't just dump money into something and have it work. And that's the perfect example. And I think Empress Trash said it very well during Beyond the NFT on Monday that like if in comparison Roblox, like that platform, it like for 15 years had like a very scrappy community that just continued to push and push and push and build on the platform, and look at what it is today. Like and you know, as she was saying that, I'm like sitting there like, we're the scrappy community here in the Decentraland. Like we just push and we shove and we make way for ourselves. Like we don't ask for permission.
Well, and this week, I was on vacation down in Arizona and went to a Comic Con that sadly it's going to be the last year of it, and it really like hit home that you have to take care of stuff that you love, like the things that you're into, and if it's like some super niche dorky Comic Con that nobody in the world except for like a few people care about, like that's your thing, protect it. And it, I don't know, it like just made me realize like one, we have to protect this place if this is what we love. Like we have to, I don't know how to do that exactly, but like show up, do cool shit, do it no matter what. But then also just like we're so far ahead, and sometimes I feel like, gosh, we've kind of been doing this for so long, like are we really like breaking glass ceilings? But then I talk to people and I'm like, yeah, like what we're doing here is so cool. Like we have to keep pushing and like making cool stuff because we don't know where any of it is taking us.
Sorry, I was typing. um yeah, and I mean, uh I do want to give like a big welcome to Lou Casino. Like I've seen that he's been typing in World, and he's enjoying our presence even though he's struggling with the parkour. But yeah, big love to you. Thank you for being here. And I promise that usually our builds here aren't this. We're just we're just doing new things today, trying new things. And I did want to I did want to hear from AJ, because I saw that AJ came up a while ago. I don't know if you like came up with something you wanted to talk about, AJ, but it's so good to see you here this morning.
Hey, Simple. Yeah, it's good to be here. Yeah, I was just posting stuff uh earlier when you guys were talking about height limitations. Um, and I'm glad Make mentioned the DCL companion that Last Slice and Last Term created. So I've got my Giving Tree account, my Giving Tree wallet, logged in on a browser, and I'm chatting with people that way, and it's super light. It's I think it's a really helpful way to stay connected. As somebody who, if I'm at work, um, and we do have the mobile client, which is pretty cool, but um, I've got an iPhone 12. It'll take a while to fire up the mobile client. So if I just want to like dip into World and just start chatting to people, or like if I've got an event that I have running over a few number of days at the Farcaster estate, I think the light DCL companion um, is a really cool way to go. Um, and then I did some numbers a while back because I don't know, was it one of the all hands? I was talking to Alvaro, or one of the builders, and they had let slip that they were going to be working on a glider. Um, and I'm just like, okay, well that's really fucking cool. So Billy and I, have been kind of talking about creating something that we could launch off of and see if we can glide all the way across. Um, Decentraland. one of the problems of like I used to do the leaping lizards with CJ with DJ Tracks is we'd go to the top of airdrop tower and we'd jump. Well, it's set too far back from the ground, so you can't do it in one jump and make it all the way to the bottom. But um, Vanessa, you were saying how cool it is to just look up and see people floating around, and I totally agree. Um, there's just something mesmerizing about that. Seeing people, I think we got like at most like 50, 60 people to jump off of airdrop tower and just seeing the little, um, the avatars just falling to the earth. It's just always been something very cool uh, that I've thought about. And now that we've got the glide mechanic, and Canessa has built this amazing um, parkour or fallcore or whatever you want to call it. Um, but I don't think airdrop tower is 175 meters or 177 like it claims, because you need 400 and something um, parcels, and they've only got 302 or 309. I forget what it is. But yeah, they don't have enough parcels to like officially get that tall. And
Wait,
if what?
that
Go ahead.
oh, that maybe I'm looking at no, I'm looking at the right place. We'll have to do some math on that because I don't think they can have that much. Unless they have like the tower is that big, but they're using the airspace, the dead land next to it. That would make sense. Okay.
I mean, it's entirely possible, but based on my understanding of the rules, and not to be that guy, but kind of to be that guy, because I'm like, I want to find the highest point in Decentraland. So, we can tour Decentraland maybe just from a glider, like go climb up to the toppest, the highest spot, and then just glide around. But if you look at the what is it called? Just the formula, really, for the it's like 20 times log uh, uh, n plus one or something like that. And in order to be able to, it's a point of diminishing returns, right? Um, if the optimal height to make anything, I think, is like you need 145 parcels, I think. No, sorry, 130 parcels to get 145 meters. And anything beyond that, you have to add like increasingly more parcels to get an extra like even half a meter because of the logarithmic function, just the nature of it. And I know they did that on purpose so they could set an upper limit without, being heavy-handed about it. So they just use math, right, to create those limits. Um, but if you've got 101 parcels, Canessa, you said, then I think yours is your upper build limit is, what is it, like 130, 125?
Yeah, and I see that where the tower is, they have like double the land that is not developed on, so it's all like, the same, the airdrop tower label. And I kind of did that here where there's some parcels that are not built on, but they're still like counting towards the end total of just as much land as we could put together.
Does it have to be one estate though, or just in the
Yeah.
same wallet?
Yeah, it has to be one estate. Because now I'm actually
Okay.
seeing more land that is not on here. And then I messed up last night and I actually had it higher and had more land. And I don't know what I was doing when I figured that out. Because I was like, what the heck? It's not working. And then I was like, oh, because I actually don't have this much land. So yeah, I think it can be delegated to you from different wallets. Like in the past, the land in Decentraland would have had to have been an estate,
Right. Okay.
which means that you would have to spend, you know,
You gotta spend ETH to
yeah, to like put your scene together.
merge
This
it
is like
together.
Yeah, this is like multiple wallets all delegating to one person. So it works. So like if everybody just delegates to one person, then that person can deploy as a like big, you know, big scene, which
Okay,
is good to
so
know.
hold up, hold up. So if I've got like a one parcel estate, but I own, let's say, 200 total parcels, can I then build to the maximum height allowed for the 200 parcels?
So wait, say that again.
So you said if I'm just trying to understand the rules or the, you know, the limitations here. Um, is it the build height limitation, is that based on the total number of parcels included in the estate, or is it in the wallet or to the, you know, delegated
In
to the person?
in the estate, because it has to be touching. So
Okay, that's
there's more land right here. There's like your land, old guy's land down
yeah.
south, but we can't bring that into this estate unless we're literally touching them. So the the
You have
map
to
of what
combine
this
it into
looks.
one estate. You have to burn the ETH to
No, no,
merge it
you
in
don't.
the
You don't have to do
no?
that. You would just have to delegate to the same person, and it has to be touching my. It somehow all has to be touching. So if
But
there's
it
like
doesn't have to be
one,
in the same estate.
not no, not in like not created the same, not owned by the same person. Because this is like land that I've got, like I own it across different wallets. Sin has
Yeah.
some owned across different wallets. So
Okay.
but it just has to be touching, because as soon as if you're trying to build your because this is not a square, this is like it
Yeah.
it's actually crazy, it's got like a little hole in the middle of it. But like if you're trying to add more land to it and you somehow unclick one parcel of land that leaves others like as an island, it'll give you like a red alert right away, like this cannot work because you need to have it attached. So I think
Yeah.
that's why it's
Okay.
so important to have like land that connects
It's got to be
to other
contiguous.
people.
Okay.
Got to be
That-
contiguous.
that's what I thought. I just didn't know that it didn't have to all be in the same estate. That interesting. That's new
Hey,
information.
AJ, this is
Yep.
Bitcoin. I just want to say, and this is just my understanding, and Canessa, correct me if I'm wrong. The state has to be a perfect square to get extra height. You can't just have 100 parcels in one long line and get height.
No, no, no. This thing is a gnarly. This is
But
on
I
a
might be wrong. There's a ladder
no,
near me
No.
that's way
nope.
to the sky,
It
but
can
No,
be
I've got a ramp that's 85 meters tall, and it's based on 20 parcels. Up
wow,
in the
I thought it
North
was
Park.
squared. That's crazy. Okay,
No,
cool,
no,
cool.
I've got a gnarly shape too. Not as gnarly as Knesset. Sorry, Knesset, for
no. That's
interrupting.
okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go
Because I
ahead.
noticed as soon as I took two parcels off of my map, all of a sudden I had all these rocks out of bounds because they were too high, because it
Ah, yeah.
immediately brought the height limit down. So then I had to go through. I had like 20 assets that I just had to like move a touch because it probably brought my height limit down by like 6 meters or something negligible. But yeah, no,
Hmm.
you can do whatever crazy shape you want. I mean, back in the early days of Decentraland, there were people that were separating their land to make certain things. There was like up on the top of the map, there were numbers like 1, 2, 3, and you could see it from the map. Like if you were out in the air, there was a
Hmm.
key, like a giant key, kind of by
Yeah.
Genesis Plaza. There was a Space Invader. Um, so you could do some creative stuff. Bitcoin with all yours. You could write Bitcoin.
I've already got like 100 ideas. I thought it had to be squared, so I'm like, what?
No. If you
Uh
go
oh.
to minus 113, comma 135, that's where my ramp is. It's 20 parcels
I
in a
use your
normal
ramp.
shape.
I run up
You
your
do?
ramp all the time to look down on my property. It's like the best
Okay,
way.
cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So actually, I love your ramp. Thank you.
Because
Very
not
useful.
everybody loves my ramp. There's a couple of people just like, what the fuck
Look,
is this?
it just juts out like right behind us somewhere. And we're like, actually, that's really useful. So we run up it. We look down on the property. Like, nope, move that. Move that. Okay.
All right, right on. Okay, cool.
All right, thank you. And
Yeah,
thanks
so
for clarifying me. I had it wrong the whole time. I thought it was literally like a 2x2 gave you more than a 3x3 gave you more than a 4x4. So
Vanessa, if you need any additional height, just let me know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Because I've got some contiguous stuff jutting up against yours. It's just got the grass on it from the art show. Um, so is that all touching though? I don't
I
whatever.
don't think that is. I think it's like one parcel away.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting to see like what the scene boundary does. Like if you guys can see, there's rocks. Like if you're on the Skyrider Academy house, or if you're on the the main place by the video, and you look out past Metariuk's tower, past the hockey, you'll see rocks that are just like frozen, and those are not a part of this, but that's Sinful's land. So I threw rocks on there thinking that it would be, kind of the same. But because
Hmm.
that's not attached to this, they're not like rendering. If you get close to them, they
Oh
will,
yeah.
and they'll animate.
Okay,
So
okay.
I I,
But not
I
part
would
of the
love
scene.
to test the limits and see at what point does this stuff like, the assets would just freeze, they wouldn't
Stop
look
working. Yeah.
good. Yeah, like I mean, this has actually worked better than I thought it was going to. So
Well,
yeah.
awesome. Um, okay, well that's all that's good to know. That's good to know. Then I stand corrected in terms of yeah, because as far as how tall airdrop tower is, because there's no I with all this new stuff, I'd like to be able to have like three-dimensional coordinates, to go somewhere. Um and be able to see, right now I'm at one minus 148.93. It'd be cool to know what my coordinates are, in the y axis, not just x and z. Um, Instead of just like uh, in the builder. It's not called the builder. The hub, the creator hub in the preview. Um, uh, just to know like how high up are we? Um, just to have a little additional information, to know like where certain things are,
I
because
can look that up right now.
okay.
Yeah, Canessa's got the list. She's got receipts and everything. She's just
Oh,
whipping out her
let's
folder and
Well, they added, I don't know if anybody has been in the Creator Hub with the new spawn point that they added. Oh my gosh, it's like so easy. It shows you the avatar, it shows you where it is. And so
Hmm.
it's like that like I had to get the avatar to spawn up in this house up in the
Yep.
sky. And
Yeah.
so it's literally drag and drop, so it's never been easier to do that. Although you
Nice.
can't see through the wall, and I wish you could, because that part is a little tricky. So let's see, x is 215.75, y is 117.5, z is 232.75.
Okay.
And I could make them a little bit taller, but the top of the house is the top of the scene limitations.
But there's no collider up there. I tried to jump up on the very top of that house.
um I think they're super steep. I meant for it to be, you
Okay.
could jump on it yesterday, and then now it's not working. So I
Too
don't know.
steep. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Like
Yep.
I'll go back and redo that, because I wanted it so you could get up there, but I wanted you to spawn into this and just be like, oh, I'm just in somebody's little house and there's greenery, and then walk out and be
Psych.
like, dang. Yeah.
Baby knife. Okay. Cool. Well. I'll hop down. I got um stuff to do, but it's been fun being back and listening to you all. Thanks for coming up, Bitcoin and Make and everybody else.
Hey,
We
AJ, one last thing that I
Yeah.
noticed is if you take something all the way to the sky or even just out of bounds, your
Yep.
physical colliders will stop to work.
Oh, okay,
So
good to know.
you'll still see the object. That is actually great. It'll render something that's out of bounds. You could hide a weird something, whatever, but
Mhm.
your physical collider is gone. So
Mhm.
something about
Well,
it
that makes
going out of
sense.
bounds, like, just nullifies that height or side to side. So yeah, keep that in mind.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think there's actually like after seeing this and I'm literally building over other people's land, at least I think I am, like looking at Metaryuk's tower and then Allen's ice rink, like I have boulders above that. So we should test that and see what kind of a jerk neighbor I could be. Like how how hard could you actually like take over adjacent land? Because every time I do it, it's accidental. But geez, like if that's the case, what if I could take over like across the map? If a moving item spawns in my land, can it just go forever?
So, just real quick, to answer that, there was oh, this is actually probably 2 3 years ago. Billy and I were checking out some parcels to tour, and there was an animated asset that was on this 1 by 1 parcel, but it went beyond the bounds of that parcel and was like up in the air, in the sky or whatever. And it was in this loop, no colliders on it or anything, but I don't know if that's a glitch, uh, but it was really pretty freaky. Um, I I may have video of that, or at least a still image, but yeah, um, just to lend some veracity to what you're saying there. I Yeah, I think it's possible, but I don't know how to like specifically uh, cause that to happen. Have seen it elsewhere, yes.
Yeah, because I was thinking it was something moving, but considering that I had the ski jump where the stairs went up over Metaryuk's land, I don't think that's the case. And I mean, I think we should figure that out because that could be really bad if somebody has something in their scene that's broken and it's coming into your scene. That's no good. Like in the sky, this is kind of cool. Actually, it'd be really cool if you could opt, like, yes, I have public airways, and you could just
Oh,
let
for real,
people
yeah.
take, put stuff in it. But if not,
You could
like, you don't want it like
you
that.
could have like in Minneapolis, there's something called the Skyway system. Well, you know about that. But that there are the buildings and going across the street. So like instead of at the corner, um, the street corner, you would be in the middle of the building, like on an exterior wall, and you would just walk out onto it's basically a hallway that's built up in the sky, and then it connects to the middle of the building across the street. It would be super cool if you could just wander around, not even having to use like a portable experience or a smart wearable or anything like that. You could just like get to the skyway in Decentraland and then run around and then just drop down in. But
If
that
you're
would also be a problem because of the building rights what you were talking about earlier.
if you have an object that extends beyond your land, it will break the collider. Bitcoin and I discovered that
Not
in the
always,
same
because like
accident. Really?
I was able to go up the stairs for the ski jump, and the stairs were over Metaryuk, and you could see it said like the Burj Hotel, Metaryuk, but it was my build on the stairs going up.
What did you build the stairs or was it Decentraland stairs?
No, it was all mine.
Interesting. Because we wanted to do a rainbow to try to jump from one lot to the next, but the collider broke when you
Yeah,
did
the
that.
minute you dragged it off, all of a sudden even like 1 centimeter over, it would break the collider, so you couldn't run up the rainbow anymore. So we had two halves. Like, we had one rainbow, so I broke it in half just by dragging it off the property.
Were you guys using like physics and pointer through the Creator Hub, or was it a collider from Blender?
Blender only.
Huh. Okay, that's what I did.
And that's
Maybe,
why
yeah.
that's why I was also curious whether the stairs were yours or the local assets. Yeah, and you know, now that I think about it too, I know Greensifer's down in his area. He's built he built stuff over his neighbors, and I think those had a collider. That I found weird.
I'm gonna do a test right now. I'm gonna try it.
Are you gonna try to encroach on your neighbor's land?
I'm gonna try to squat on somebody's land. Yeah.
uh,
I'll do it on my
but
own land. It's just a different
but
state. I'll just.
But I mean, I feel like these kind of high questions open up a whole new, I mean, because like, the metaverse shouldn't just be on the ground, I feel like there should also be structures up in the sky as well. Like, so I don't I mean, I'm no dev and blah 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 blah. I just talk my ideas. So I mean, it's like what if like whenever you own a certain parcel of land, you could like have 50 megabytes or whatever built on on the ground, and then perhaps even have access to building another or putting a build that's another 50 megabytes up in the air, kind of layered. Just a thought.
Physics shouldn't be a huge law in the metaverse.
Exactly.
Well, you know what's crazy, Sin, is like back in 2019 when I bought my land, like that is what I wanted to do. I wanted to build way up high and have like an airship taxi service that would just take you around the map. Like obviously I didn't know at all. Like, nope, that's not gonna be possible. But I have all these sketches. I should take a picture of one and post it. But like that was my idea, is to build a sky city. So this is the closest build to actually come to that. So yeah, let's see. I'll find a good one. Oh, I see why my house looks bad. I'll have to like make it different. But okay, I'll stop talking and I'll post this.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it shouldn't just like limit us to like, okay, we only have enough space to build in the sky today, so everything on the ground is just empty. Well, who knows? Maybe these thoughts could maybe perhaps the overlords are listening, and maybe they'll be like, we have it, maybe it's possible, we just haven't thought about it yet. But I do know that Lastrom has been very, very patient here up in the speakers. I want to bring him in. Hello, Lastrom. How are you? I see his mic unmuted, but I don't hear anything. Anyone else hearing Lastrom?
No.
Okay. Okay, we'll bring him back up. Let's see.
Yeah.
Invite to speak.
Good, because I wanted to mention. I know last week, uh, In-World Builder was brought up, and I just wanted to let him know I came across that on Regenesis Labs webpage. It's not being worked on currently, but it is on there.
Oh, all right. I think he popped out. Try to restart the X app. And while we wait, hello, Tati. Good to see you. We have M in the house. M has been fucking cooking, and I'm not gonna say anything because, like, I'll let her say anything. Welcome back, Lastrom.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you loud and clear.
I have the worst AirPods. No, thanks for having me up. I just came up because I think Meg asked a question a while ago, and I appreciate people checking out the DCL companion thing. I've just been picking up the pieces where the foundation has left them, and that's I think MetaBeast just talked about in-world builder, and then also the companion app. I know it was on the roadmap forever, but it's basically just a website to stay connected and chat. But we also released live streams as well, so you can sit at your desktop, you can sit on your phone. You don't have to download a huge thing that melts your battery or melts your GPU if you just want to stay connected. So you can chat, but now you can also watch the live stream of whatever event or party is there. So it's pretty cool.
So I guess like my question about the companion or would be like, is it possible to kind of like go into like a or use like sort of a guest account in a way? Because for example, me, I when I'm at work or on my phone right now, like I don't have MetaMask downloaded or have my wallet connected in any way to my phone.
It's a great question. And are you in the Gilder's Gauntlet right now? The scene?
Yeah, well, I mean, on the Decentraland in my on my PC, I am. Yes.
Okay. So I just messaged you as a guest from the companion. Can you see that?
Oh, I see. I am a guest. Yeah, it shows up like with a check mark. Actually, just a check mark, but
Yep.
no name.
Yep. So we did that where, yeah, exactly that. A lot of people, don't have Web3, MetaMask, whatever on their phone. So if you really wanted to tap in, um, you would have no like account, and we disable the messaging for private messaging, the friends and the backpack, because obviously those are tied to your wallet. But you can join Scene Chat, watch the live stream, or go into and view the communities. You can still view the events and stuff like that.
Nice, nice. That's this is going to be a very cool way to participate without like draining your entire phone battery on just
Correct.
having the regular mobile app. So there's
Yeah. So
options now.
yeah, that's what we wanted to do. Just make it easy. I was actually just cracked like 2 days ago working on Planet Angzar, a couple other things for my real estate portfolio, and I had like 7 agents going and running and everything. I think it was Wednesday at like 9 a.m. Pacific, and no one else must have been using AI because it was absolutely hitting on everything. No hallucinations, was amazing. So I was able to create this companion app in like 2 hours. And I know the foundation had it on the roadmap for like 2 years and never did anything with it. So not to poo poo on them, but it's like there's a lot of crumbs around where we can just go and do things. And so that's with AI, it really fast tracks it. So that's what I want to do. I want people to help me test it, give feedback, and see how we can make it better. Because yeah, it's a super lightweight. It's just a website, and all it does is connect to the comms, the chat. There's no like rendering avatars, although you can, if you click on the backpack, you can see your backpack. We're going to move into getting Madamus on board, where remember he had his website for the backpack. The foundation kind of just like overwrote that and didn't really include him. So we're going to bring that into this so you can change your wearable, your outfits, and possibly do all shopping in there as well, if you're on the go. So you don't have to always spin up those really intensive experiences.
So
That's oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sam.
no, that's all I wanted to say. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like a few of us have talked about just how 2026 is the year that the community, like our slogan should just be like "Hold my beer," because it's like, oh, we don't support jiggle physics. Like, all right, hold my beer. Like, we don't have like chat. Hold my beer. Like, it's been so cool to see people just kind of like find the thing that they want to push forward and make that happen.
Yeah. And so we did this, and then I think Meta Beast talked about In-World Builder. It's been like 4 months since I've heard back from the Regenesis Labs on integrating that, but I'm seeing a lot of stuff from the in-world builder come into the creator hub, which is really cool. Like what you said, Kness, about the spawn point. We had that in the in-world builder, and what you said earlier about being able to build in world or together or whatever. I mean, I think it would be really cool if anybody's going to listen back to. Well, I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to give it away.
They they also added if you're building in a world, you can do multiple scenes. I know that was something you could do with yours.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we just go and do, right? And so that's why I really wish the Regenesis Labs would get back to me. Maybe their whole roadmap has changed, and Kinetic can provide insight on that because I know In World Builder was part of that and integrating AI and building, and haven't heard back since like November. And maybe they're just fully focused on the mobile client. But for me, the mobile client sucks in terms of it just eats up my battery as a developer. Like there's no documentation that is the same. Like if I do a full screen something on the foundation client, it doesn't do the same on the mobile client. And that's like really frustrating for me. So I was like, you know what, let's bridge the gap. Let's just have a chat app. So I would love for people to do that. And also, I'm testing right now community chat. So we all do this on X, but I mean, it's cool to do it on X, but it would be even better if we could tap into the scene community chat from your phone. So, like these spaces could be held in world, or like when they do the DCL office hours and like they do them in world, but now people are usually in Discord and they just like to listen on Discord. Well, now maybe we can just have this app. If you're on the go, you don't have to pull up the scene. You can just hear Dr. Krillo or Nico talk about some of the cool features instead of having to like load up a heavy intensive app.
I see Bitcoin as a fan.
Well, it would be nice because I think the last what was it? It was a meeting.
All hands.
The AMA, and that
Oh.
was they intended to do that in world, and it didn't quite go as planned. So then I think we ended up in the Discord. So it's really interesting just to see how many different ways they've tried to um, bring people together to talk throughout the years. Like DCL Cast was one that Oddjob and I used a lot. I think we tried so hard to make that work, and it was like when it would work, it was really cool. But sadly, it was just very low percentage of the time that it actually functioned like that. So yeah, I think something consistent that you can bring people together to talk is always going to be something that we need here in DCL.
Yep. So try it out, dcl.lastslice.co, and it's free to use. You can log in as a guest. So if you're really on your phone and don't have MetaMask, you can just hop right in and join the chat. No problem.
Oh man, Canessa, you reminded me of DCL Cast. Like that was so good in terms of like zero latency between like the actual conversation that was happening and to what was being showed on Decentraland. I thought it was great.
Yes, it was great, but I tell you what, AJ and I got traumatized because we refused to do anything different because like what we were doing was trying to teach people how to use Decentraland, and we're like, we're going to use the tools they give us, and we looked so stupid. Like every time we try to do another session, like it would run into so many snafus because we were like, no, we're not gonna be like, okay, everybody, let's just go to Discord or let's all get on a Google Meet. Like, no, we're gonna stay and we're gonna make this work. And so it it was painful. Like we knew what we were walking into each time. Like, all right, we're gonna look so bad. Like, but we're gonna use what they gave us. Last term, that would be cool to find a way to make an interactive like game, not just like access because you're on the app, excuse me, but make it like there's different components of it, like almost like Hunger Games where there's the contestants, but then there's the people spectating that can like throw you gifts or like give you power ups or something. Like that would be pretty crazy if you could somehow integrate it where people are like, yeah, I'm gonna be on the app today because I want to like have this part of the experience. I could see that being really cool. So there's actually like you have to choose: do I want to be in world doing it or do I want to be in the app? I don't know exactly how to flesh that out, but I bet there's some ways to make that dynamic like that.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think it's cool. I'm trying to get more help from the foundation on how we connect to their services to make sure the video screens all connect. I know I went to the Rage Club and it was working, but it wasn't working for Make's event yesterday. So I'm curious if Make is still around, how
Mm.
his video stream is, because I'm doing this all based on what I can like reverse engineer in the public documentation, which is oftentimes wrong. And so I have this is like fully independent from the foundation, but just trying to use all the resources that are available. So I might have to tap into them to figure that out. But would love for people to continue to test it, and then we could keep expanding beyond like, okay, the core functionalities here. I can choose guest, log in. You can see different events, the hot scenes. You can see the worlds ordered by how many people are in them, and then you can join world chat, scene chat. You can view communities. You can view your wearables. I'm trying to think like what else is sort of like a viewer spectator, and then once we get that, then we could really expand it, because I want to keep it really light, so it's very easy for people to just like whip up really quickly. You're on a train, a plane, or something, and the Wi-Fi sucks, or you don't have a lot of battery to turn your phone horizontal, just to chat with people.
So I can speak on the streaming side of the for the Meta Beast roaming party. We're using RTMP servers with like with the admin tools, the Decentraland admin tools. So like we can make our switches that way. But and I could be wrong, but but I thought I once heard that that Rage was using the RTMP server that's provided by Decentraland.
So
So
there you go. Yep, I think that's the difference.
mm-hmm. That yeah, that might just be the difference. So I mean, in a way, it's like how do we make like the I guess the external servers connect into the companion app? And I mean, if there's any way that I can help or try to test anything like that, like let me know.
Yeah, I mean, the easiest thing I think would be like, if you have an event, you put the stream link in the event description, and then the companion app could scrape that. There, because the companion app, that's so interesting. What it does is it reads all the live stuff from the scene, and I guess DCL pipes their own cast link into that, but it doesn't for the external stream link. So we need a way for the companion app to know, like, hey, this scene has this stream link. Like, check and see if it's live, and if so, play the video.
I see. So and that would be the M3U8.
Yep, yep. We just need that to link up with your scene. And since it's through the admin tools, it's not really like part of the scene. You kind of do it live, like you just paste it in there. So it's not part of the deployment. So we need a way. And again, this is good stuff. I'm glad that you could answer that, because the simple thing is like, just give me the M3U8, but like I want to make it super automatic.
Yeah,
It's like,
that was my next question that I was gonna ask you. Like, could I just give it to you and you add it to the code and stuff?
yeah. Yeah. So it's a good, yeah, there's just got to be, maybe there's a way to do that where, I don't know, you like, there's a way to ping a companion app or something and say, hey, like I'm live, or, you know what I mean? I didn't want to have to keep always having you to do one more step. So, I literally built this 2 days ago in 2 hours. So we're still trying to figure out the best approach, but I appreciate people doing it. Once we figure that out, and then that's super easy.
I can see there being like a maze, and there's something like that where the people in world have a disadvantage, and the people that are on the app have seen like they've seen the maze, and then they have to like explain to people where to go, like teams, and be like, go through that door, no, 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 go, like I don't know. I don't know if that would work, but that would like I want to make everything interactive.
So I kind of idea like I don't know, this kind of also just popped in my head. You know how you have like the unique usernames for on the Forge? Um,
Oh
would
yeah. Yep.
would there be a way to kind of link those unique names into the companion app? So then that way, like whenever user is typing in world, like that unique name would pop in.
You could. It's just we're adding more to the companion app, which we can
Yeah,
totally do. I just like the way the Forge links connects is through Privy, which is like a third party service. And so Decentraland does not use that. So just
I
wanted
think.
to like make it super easy. You know, I haven't even signed in or stood up the other sign-ins with like emails or socials that DCL has because you have to manage all of that too versus just like signing in with a wallet. And so I've still debated. I think somebody asked me, might have been Bitcoin. Somebody says, "Hey, can we get other sign-in options?" And that's just like more work. It's totally fine. I just want to see who's going to use it and what's the best use case. You know, like very quick, easy tap into chat was where it was. Now, like getting the video. So once we get that, then it's like, okay, maybe we could have some quizzes or stuff where you can log in, you know, click this link with the Forge. And what you said, Kness, was awesome. I've always had the idea, but never did it with Planet Angzar. Is like in the scene, maybe you talk to an NPC and it gives you a QR code, right? That QR code you scan with your phone, and if you do that, then it like unlocks a dungeon somewhere in the game, or like you said, you can see other things that other people can't. I've always wanted to do that. I just didn't know how cool, like if that would be super unique, like get your phone involved with your desktop.
That'd be so cool. Like if they had the map. I mean, you know how hard it is to be like, have somebody telling you where to go on your Google map. Like, no, take the left, take the left, take the left. Um, that'd be like beautiful chaos. Just to have like a dark maze so people can't see. And then you got your team. I don't know. Like I guess it would have. Yeah, I would have to think that out a little bit more. But that'd be so cool. Like if Sin was at work and there was an event, he knows he's not going to get to it, but like you could be not saying that you're going to like take on this role at work, Sin, but
I would love to.
yeah, I mean, and even like last week being on vacation and I, don't connect to wireless, I'm on my hotspot. So then my phone is hot. My phone is draining the battery. My computer is hot. Well, it's Arizona, so everything is hot, I guess. But I like that you're keeping it light, Lastrom, because that was kind of the limiting factor. Is just everything was taking so much power and heat and just processing. So I was like, nope, I gotta log off because this computer's gonna explode if I don't. So keeping it light
Yeah,
is, I think, a good idea.
yeah. I mean, that's why I've also tested in Hyperfi, right? Like, because that's a browser-based world. I tested sort of rebuilding on the fly your DCL avatar into a VRM, and I thought about the mobile client. This was before the mobile client. It was like a year ago. And I was like, what if there was a way where you take your scene from the Creator Hub and you upload it to a website, and then that automatically converts it to Hyperfi, so that when you jump into Hyperfi, you have your DCL scene like comparable. That has your DCL character, so that you could watch live streams and chat because it was just like so intensive and so heavy before the mobile version came out. Now we have the mobile version. I'm like, okay, well that's still pretty heavy, so maybe we just do like the chat. So I want people to test it out. It's really, I think it's really fun. It's really cool. It's just in the browser, and you could literally just tap in there and um, see where everybody's at. See the hot scenes. You can see the hot worlds. um, yeah, I think it's awesome. So please give feedback, and Sin, we could figure out. I mean, what would be the best approach to getting the M3U8 link? Is it, I don't know if that's something everyone wants to publicize. For I don't see any privacy issues because it's just like
Same.
it's it's the downstream thing. Like there's you're just getting information from that link. So I personally don't see any privacy issues, but someone might. Otherwise, it's like just put the link in the invite, the event info, and then the companion app could be like, oh, this scene has a live event. Let's check if they have an M3U8. Oh, they do. Let's show the video screen.
I personally don't see a security issue either. I mean, I give that thing out like it's candy. So, so I mean, yeah, that could be something that can be done. And I saw Make's hand is up, so I'll let him take it away.
Yeah, man. First of all, Lastrom, huge congratulations, brother. The last few weeks also you've raised some really great points as all this stuff keeps happening with Regenesis off, things to think about, where we're at, where we're going. But I agree with Sin. M3U8 links are just the out, right? They're not the private keys or the server, the core server info. But what I wonder, and I'll have to look at it deeper, but something for you to think about. I think for streamers particularly, like last night's a great example. When we had Henny, the time before we ran a shanty kind of system, and by the way, I apologize for my neighbors. Um, where we were able basically to let Henny connect to our in-world character. Like me, I was streaming just in world, so she could pick up my feed to show people what was going on in world. And I wonder out loud because as they want to bring in more streamers and we're going on Epic Games. I wonder if there was a way almost to see what was going on in world that feed could be picked up by people to use as a background to help show people what's going on. To me it's like mission critical and we see it every week. Like when I'm streaming, maybe I'm not everybody's favorite DJ, but more and more people will come give it a try because they're seeing we're all in world versus when DJs come in and they play and it's great, but they're on their stream or whatever. And there's this, they're not showing the world us, right? They're not showing the world our party and they're just doing their thing. And every time we are successful in uniting that visual, more people come in, whether it's Henny or Severus, etc. And I really feel like there's an opportunity here, Lastrom, to be like that vessel out for people that's really missing. And it's really tough. The way we stream currently takes takes me, it takes at least 2 servers and still disconnecting. And for us to show in world, we then have to take another a lot of bandwidth to show Decentraland. This could really be an incredible opportunity to lessen the load for streamers.
Yeah. Okay, so let me think about that. You gave me an idea. I want to hear if it's on the same page. So, what if we had we have a menu option. We have all these menus, and it's like you can explore, scene-cast, you can look at communities. The scene-cast is like the chat and the in-scene video. But what if there's another that says like live feeds? Is that what you're saying? And people could live stream their experience. So like
Yeah,
Henny, it's not like it's not a Twitch, but it would almost be like another tap in or like a centralized, like very focused DCL. Like here's where all the people in DCL are live streaming their, they use their own
they're
server,
visual.
yeah,
So,
but we get the M3U8 link and they go in and maybe there's a tab that says like, enable live stream and you paste in your stream link and then they get a little card that says like Henny's live, and then you click on it and you can see their video.
or even like, let's say it's me in world. So how we did it, right? Like how it should have worked yesterday, although it didn't, wasn't our faults. We were tested. Anyway, I like as a user, I'm on OBS and I'm streaming from Make a NFT in world, right? And I'm only streaming, not sound, not whatever, but I'm just running around in world, showing, being myself, but allowing her to then grab my M3U8 link and put it as her background. So she can broadcast what's going on in world behind her and to her community in her OBS. She picks up my visual M3U8 link, right? And my idea that I did speak to DCL was, well, if you're going to bring in these streamers, you should have actual people streaming out that they could pick up those feeds. So whether that's a camera that's in world that could be accessed by a user and it has an M3U8 link, or a user is streaming out Decentraland for other people to pick up and use that feed in their streams, if that makes sense. Maybe Singh could say it
Yes.
cleaner.
Yeah, what's funny because the Neuralink was going to do something like this as a smart wearable, and I still have it. Honestly, I should do it now that we can have smart wearables. I just haven't updated, but it was going to have a camera feature, and you just turn your person into a camera. And so maybe like Henny or somebody is live streaming their screen, and they're a camera, and they're just moving around the entire scene, and they're a live feed. That's one part of it. The other part I think is like I don't know if I'm completely understanding, but yeah, that same Henny feed, whatever their OBS is pushing, like that could also be like categorized and picked up on the DCL Companion app. So when you're on the DCL Companion app, you can just
Absolutely.
go to like live feeds. Maybe it is your feed. Maybe you also have your live feed there, but then there's also the Henny feed. And then maybe there's like 6 different perspectives of like the same event.
I think there's a lot of runway. I would say, just personally, the lengths we go to every week to run Decentraland as a background through the streaming server that's also running music is just so much load on bandwidth. It's so much load on the actual computer you're using to DJ. Most DJs won't slash can't unless they're running a full gaming rig on one side and then have them connected on another, can't really show the in-world experience without degrading their stuff. So this is really a way that we could pick up an M3U8 link and say, hey, you capture that media file, and whether that's the show host or it's an optional for people to have that experience, I think the optional to have that experience, multiple people would have to be casting in some sort of landing spot of those options, which would be hard maybe for a streamer. But if there was like a producer in the middle who could change between the feeds, that would be interesting. Either way, ultimately, a camera, whether it's a user or someone operating a camera in Decentraland that has an M3U8 link going out where other streamers or people could pick up the feed, would change the game. And I know almost, then that includes DJ Vape. We talk about this extensively. Last night with Austin, he was like, there wasn't an opportunity the way we were set up to do it. And we see then in the numbers, like literally every time we are streaming and we have someone, we get new users almost every single time when there are people streaming for the night also in world. And you also see the number of new users actually go down when the people who are doing their events are not showing it during the night. It's a very clear number and pathway.
Yeah, so I'm gonna think about this too. Does remember the Genesis.city? That the map that has been stale for over a year now. I thought the Regenesis Labs was going to pick the tab up on that one. I guess they didn't. But there's a public code where it runs basically like a DCL Explorer on a server, and it takes a picture of the scene. That's how it got. That's how it would update. I actually looked at the code. It would go in. It would rotate down, pull the camera up to a certain height, and take a picture of every parcel. And then the server would like stitch all of the individual images together, and you get a big map. Well, what if I dove into a way that we could run that as like a ghost camera that would go into your scene, and maybe it can like see, air quote, see, and then pipe that out to an M3U8 link. That would be sick.
Last time, I think the whole camera idea, like I don't know if the Neuralink could do this, but we were just saying a little bit ago, the gliders are awesome, but you can't see yourself glide except from behind. And I think it's so cool if you can like adjust how you're seeing yourself. So I don't know if that would be something too that you could do with the Neuralink, like choose your camera angle so that you could actually see yourself gliding. But that might be another place, like just basically like camera angles, or maybe
Yeah,
it's
that'd
something
be
different.
sweet.
Maybe like a little
No,
drone by your shoulder or something.
that would be cool. I mean, yeah, definitely. Like, smart wearables were amazing, and then they got cut off, and now they're brought back as like mediocre because, and I don't. It's hard for people to understand, but you used to be able to put a portable experience in a smart wearable. So literally any scene in a smart wearable is like insane, kind of like the Russian dolls. It was just crazy. Now you can only put like 2 megabytes of code. So code could be good, but you can't do like different 3D objects. You can't do all that stuff. So you're very limited. So the functionality could be there where code listens, double tap on the space. We know we're in glide mode, and camera, adjusts to the left or the front or the right, and then that's just like an option that you have. Totally. So I have some work to do ahead of me in terms of this. I'm actually building like a 4 foot retaining wall at my brother-in-law's place. I haven't left yet, but if I get another like in the flow state cracked time over the next few days, my goals are to bring back the Neuralink in some form, and then I'm gonna look at this like ghost camera, and then also the camera for like the Neuralink as a smart wearable. The thing with the smart wearables is like I wish portable experiences came back, because then you wouldn't even need the smart wearable. You could just like, if people remember, you would go to Planet Angzar and you would just like talk to the little guy, and it had a list of all the portable experiences that you could just like enable, which is really cool. So you don't have to like force somebody to buy your wearable or create a wearable and go through that process. So I wish they would come back, but yeah, I mean, I can work on that too with the camera, because I think that'd be cool. You could just become a camera person and get hired maybe by like somebody, you know what I mean? Or maybe have multiple camera angles, which I had as well, so that you can like be a producer while somebody was DJing, right?
Well, Lastrom, I just want to say happy to share my M3U8 link with you on this subject. I think, to me, like coming off of this 2 years with Sin and with all the DJs who have been in, I think that has been one of the clearest challenges, like for growth on our side of the fence that we faced, is how to really let people know what's going on. And like literally the way we currently do it on my side of the fence is like if you saw it in action, like we got to split OBS and Decentraland on a laptop, yet then have my laptop still split running Record Box as a separate entity. It is such a heavy load, and even pressing a wrong key can throw up a mix because you were trying to move a camera, and then everything gets wrecked. And I really think in this chapter it would be a wonderful device. So I'm happy to share my M3U link, my time, because I think it would really change the game for a lot of people.
Awesome. Let's do this. Let's test it out with just putting the M3U8 link in your event page listing, and I'll work on it. That the companion app will detect. It already detects. You can go in and look and see, like, oh, there's an event that's live, and you can actually, like, from the little event card, click the chat button. Like community building to Decentraland right now, there's a live event, and you can click the chat button, and it will automatically load you into that scene. So now when we do that, we'll add just one more step, right, to check for an M3U8 link in the event page.
And just to be clear, that's to be done on your side of the platform, not like the Decentraland.
No,
Like,
doing the events. We just scrape those events. It's really cool. So,
gotcha.
yeah, yeah. And we show them as event cards, just like in the client, right? But that's in the client. And then there's a mobile page, right? For you can go to the events page on the Decentraland website, but you can't really do anything except open up the client. You can't really like tap into that event. So that's what the companion website does, is like you can see all the events, you can see all the scenes, you can see all the worlds, but then you could take it a step further and actually join the chat. And then we're going to take it a step further and join the video that's externally.
So for Beyond the NFT, I guess what I'll do today is like kind of like within the description add like kind of saying for companion app viewing and then DM
You
through
don't have
you
to do
anyway.
that. Just like put the link in there, you know what I mean? And it'll detect it.
All right.
I mean, do you have a link right now for CBD? Are you streaming anywhere? Like,
Yeah, I'm streaming. It's my usual server.
why don't you go edit that event? I don't know how long this event is, and I will work on that right now.
This event should be going on for like maybe 30 or 23 more minutes, right, Canessa?
Yeah, I mean, think that the event expires after that. We
All right,
sometimes we talk louder, but yeah,
that's fine. Do it right now, Sin. Update it, and I'll
Uh,
just be on silent. If anybody has any questions, and I'll just try to push an update really quick.
right. I'll get HR on it right now. There you go, HR.
you know what would be crazy, and I know it just I have a tendency to over engineer stuff or just like take it out of the stratosphere. But like, what if there was a wearable where it's like a video camera and it's a smart wearable, and if you own that, you have access to this cool footage. So like, it would actually make a videographer in Decentraland like a job that you could be like, yes, I can do this and this, and I have this wearable that allows me to take, like these cool cinematic shots or something like that. So it would be like a real camera in real life where if you're going to be a cinematographer, you're going to go buy that like nice camera. But that would be so cool, like if somebody had that let them do that job better, kind of like the way the I think MetaTiger used to use the invisibility ring in photo shoots, because before the camera you were always in the way, like your avatar would just be like blocky, like in the way. And so he would use that to make himself smaller and visible. But um I don't know, that would be cool to have like gear that we could basically buy and do certain jobs better here.
Okay, well, it was part of the Neuralink, and that was very robust and had different use cases. So I'm happy to just take that code and put it into a different wearable if somebody wants to make it. Because I had that. Yeah, I had like presets so you could be yourself, or you could like set up a camera and like choose orbit, right? So you choose a position in front of you, and then you choose like orbit, and then you could on screen or whatever you can click it and it would orbit the camera or set up panning and zooming. That's all in the Neuralink. I just have to like resubmit. I don't even know how to turn it back on, and push that. So we could make it its own wearable. That'd be fine. I mean, I would be happy to do that. I don't know what the cost is. I wish you could like. I wish you could change. Yeah, it's not going to change. I wish you could just change the inventory with the supply. But yeah, I'm down to work on it and whatever.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And it would be cool to, I mean, like in my mind, it'd be cool to have a camera or like a drone or something for that, just because the Neuralink has so much potential just as like, other things. Like I don't know.
So
Some,
I just
Y-
want to tap in and say this was when I was, through the Jumpstart program while talking with um, Kim and Dr. K. I was like, especially when we started talking about what was to come with these Twitch teammates, I said, this has got to be the number one, probably the number one thing if you're going to bring in Twitch streamers, and everybody is giving the ability to show that truth. And also that they should have show operators and like a teammate, and I just leave that out there to say, while everybody's opportunities are changing, some people are looking for new ones. I just think this could also be a really inspiring way to have more special users get involved in the next chapter of what's coming.
I had a question. I wonder. I was just thinking, like, what if it was a wearable, but see, it was like with wearables. I don't create wearables, so Canessa help me. Can you like have a camera crew? Can like you have one person and then almost have like a second avatar next to you when you put on the wearable as like the boom and like the rig? Like, could you do that? And then people know like, oh, the production crew's in the scene.
Oh my gosh. I mean, a wearable, it could be held in your arm, but that would be more like an emote where you would have like different emotes with like I know the boom or the gaff rig. I don't know which one it is, but that'd be freaking awesome. Um I don't know, like, okay, if we can do smart wearables, why can't we do smart emotes? Where then if that was the case, what if what if it put up a collider around you so like people can't come in your shot? I don't know. I don't know the like
I love it.
I mean if it's just an NFT, the same as a wearable, then maybe you could put like smart emotes. I know that they were going to do social emotes and that they scrapped. They are not doing social emotes, but yeah, that would be it would be cool. I mean, it anything that we can do that makes it just fun, playful, even if it's not like anything special. Um, but man, if you if you rolled up and there's a whole film crew, you'd be like, ooh, like let me get my good side, guys. Like that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Um,
go ahead. I was just gonna say, Sin, have you talked to HR yet? Because the code is ready to test.
HR, have I talked to you yet?
I'm looking at it. I don't see it updated yet, but
I don't know. What are we doing?
I messaged you on Discord. Uh,
Oh, okay. Let me take a look.
yeah,
Um,
and while we wait for HR, can somebody alleviate my stress with parkour so I can stand next to you guys and just beam me up, Scotty, or something? Come on. Like, my kid is sick today, so that means I can't
oh
do
man.
parkour. And I
yeah,
got
look.
homework to do tonight because I just want to let y'all know, no shield, just a thrill. I finally get to play after hours tonight with Crypto Minotaur and Austin. I've been waiting for that, letting my hair down. I said now that this Jumpstart program's over, I might come in a Borat suit and just really let it all out. And by that, I mean a bikini.
And if you do manage to beam make, bring Baba with you. He's having trouble too.
Okay, I'm putting this link into the event description. Just make
Yes,
sure that because that looks like a link we don't want.
that's the M3U8
Okay.
link to the stream.
Oh, I don't know if I can do that because once you have an event, let's try it.
Oh, like mid event, like
Yeah,
editing
because sometimes
the
it's like
description.
locked in, but it's since this is a reoccurring event.
You should be okay. You should be okay.
Hmm.
And I'll tell you this, Lastrom, we'll make sure to add that in. The one place that might be interesting to do that, Canessa and Sin, and I'm just thinking out loud, I don't know if it helps you, Lastrom, is in that additional info box. I don't know if you need that direct box to grab it from, the info, or if that could be an additional good tool.
yeah, we'll see. We'll test it out and see. I mean, you know, if you're using the DCL stream keys, it already works. So now we're just trying to test these custom M3U8 links. Anybody listening back or wanted to test this on your own, it does work already with the DCL stream keys. Now we're getting the M3U8 and trying to figure out the easiest, less friction as an event creator. Just put in the link. And so we'll start with the description. If it doesn't work, maybe in that additional info. I've never used that additional info. I don't even know where that shows up. So
Okay, it should be live.
So now that I'm thinking about it, since it's a like kind of like a viewing thing, I'm wondering if like anyone could be like malicious with it and take that and kind of like get some bots to like increase the viewership through there, thus like making your server bill higher.
Yep, I bet.
That'd be something to kind of look at on the back end of things.
Well, and like making it accessible for everybody. Like I know, yeah, people like if you had a channel where people could just tune into that channel, you'd need I know people like, having everybody come to their land, especially during like Jumpstart. So it'd be interesting to see how that goes too.
Just
And Baba, I'm sorry that this one is a hard one.
Yeah,
I
I'm
knew it
ready
was
to
going to be a
break
hard
up with you, girl. Like, you gotta save something for the old people. This is mean.
one.
It's literally this is mean. I'm gonna go with mean, especially
Mean.
because I'm on my little ass laptop right now without my comfy mouse. I barely can hold
Oh,
a keyboard. Like, you gotta have.
oh my
You should have a
gosh.
second wearable emote for people who take an elevator and are left parkour alone. Like,
I thought you were
it's.
going to say instead of taking the elevator, I thought you were going to say take the L.
I mean, I'm not taking it. Well, I'll take the L in an elevator. I just want to be with my friends. You're giving me anxiety. I
Uh,
just, it's not cool. It's
okay.
just, it's
I'll,
not
I'll make
okay.
it. This is the first time I didn't make like that ADA compliant parkour thing. So I'm so sorry.
I'm going to leave a sign that says, I used to be friends with this pudgy penguin. And at this point, I'm
I
shutting.
I understand. I'm so sorry.
it's okay. You can be friends with her twin brother.
See, this
I
is a
may I may
great
have done a thing.
For what it's worth, this is a great show right now. How you could just watch the stream live from me sitting on a rock with Lastrum, and nobody has to get stressed out or depressed. They're not going to get their OP badge or hang out with their friends. Freaking jerks over here.
Well, it's weird. The event is no longer live, so I can't. It doesn't show up in the companion.
I think when you
Mm.
update them when they're
Oh,
live, Lastrum, there are some layers and onions to that can be a pain in the butt.
Mm.
mine still
Uh,
shows like
yeah, I see it on my end too. It's
yeah.
like called Glider's Gauntlet Core Pursuit.
Oh well, the
Maybe
CBD one
yeah,
is no longer live.
maybe this one lasted longer. This is I wanted to have the listing just so that like people that weren't like clued into the CBD could
Yeah.
come. But let me see. So this must be a little bit longer or something. All right. Let me mess with this one.
She just wanted the top spot forever. Most
Ah,
visited space. Took my
we
Mew.
we are
Taking the
learning
dubs.
so much today. Like literally learning from how high we can build to what kind of events can you edit your event halfway through. All right.
Can you
So
break up with friends who make evil parkour?
I know. Can you add an emergency entrance halfway through the build? Okay, so last room, that one now has it.
Okay, let me see if it still shows up as live. Okay, so
Y-
let's see.
Yeah, it does look like it's still showing up live, and I see the link in it.
Okay.
Okay, I see a video screen. It's trying to load it. So yeah, we scraped it successfully. So I'll push this into production.
So what does that exactly mean that now you're able to, because you put that link in the event on the land?
Yeah, so if you're on your computer, just go to dcl.lastslice.co. That's a companion app. You don't have to log in, so just choose a guest. And you get to the explore page. And so it says hot scenes, world's favorites, and you can click right there and click on the little chat button next to jump in. Jump in opens the client. The chat will just open the tab to actually chat, and you'll just be a random chatter in there. And so when there is a live stream, when you chat, you get a video above the chat box to watch.
What was it again? dcl.lastslice.cf?
CO.
CO. Okay.
Yep. .co.
Would you think, Lastrum, it's better to use on mobile for you moving forward right now or on the computer?
I mean, both are so easy. It's really cool. You can try it on mobile too and check it out. It's all the same, but it's also super lightweight. Like maybe you're at work and you don't have the DCL client or Web3, right? You could like still try to join an event as a guest and be like, hey, yo, it's Lastrum or whatever, right? As a guest and
Dude,
still
I
connect.
see so many use cases for it, honestly, as somebody with two kids who are getting really busy around me right now. I feel like especially like Rage is a great example. I know I got to pick up my wife that day from the train, take both kids to different tennis appointments, and I'm like, Rage Mobile. And then just like Vanessa said, first of all, you shouldn't be really dialed in at stoplights, but then also like it just my phone is dead halfway through. So I mean, it would be great just to tap in with our fam.
Yep, that's it. So now we have external videos, and I'll push this to production. So Canessa, if you use the internal DCL stream keys, they like provide it for free, then you don't have to worry about this. The video just automatically shows up. And then there'll be like a little button for theater mode where the video takes up the majority of the screen, chat on the right. You can go full screen just to watch the video, go back out of full screen. You can mute it, keep chatting. So it's really cool. Very lightweight.
Yeah, this is awesome. It's like the parent plugin. Because I hear you make like it's it's hard to make it to all the things. So this is cool. And I'm typing now.
Yeah, definitely check it out on mobile because it's like very snappy on mobile and very easy to use on mobile too. Um, exact same thing. It's very fun.
Maybe there would be a way while still using an M3U8, and I kind of said this, where the stream key, because as Sin said, some people do suck and they're like, oh, here's my M3U8 link. I'll just watch it at our house or rebroadcast. Maybe there's something cool. And again, this might be later down the road or too deep in the matrix, but like Sin and I use multiple M3U8s during the performance, right? But that streamcast is not being used. Maybe there's a way to almost turn that on as a secondary source and have that source M3U8 for the event be the access. I don't right now. Obviously, that's not available in DCL, but I could see it being almost like, hey, if we turn that stream on, that's our button. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but basically have the DCL cast as like that second option to cast the event, since it's almost automatic. And shout out Mean Green Doge. Man, if we put you and Mean Green Doge in a room together, I think we might just build a new platform.
Yeah, there could be ways to connect the cast. We'll see, but I definitely want to try this external M3U8. I'm curious, and the downside of having many more connections or the analytics. If you're, the bots. Obviously, if it's 1,000 people, we know there's not 1,000 people in DCL. But if you're getting analytics from DCL or just like the stream, the M3U8 connection, be interesting to see how that works.
Or even if like Henny had 250 people on stream, if she puts that M3U8 link on in the background, if it was pulling more users technically.
Well, and one thing, like when you guys are talking about streamers, you're talking about like DJs and music streamers. Like, if we are focusing on like Twitch and trying to get more of like a gaming crowd in here too, I mean, there's the entire gaming industry of people streaming is going to have the same issue, like running into like um, running their game and their OBS and trying to have that like capture their gameplay, especially as we like hopefully develop more games that people want to do here, because we need to do, it needs to be more than just music. So I think that is also something we really need to like make sure that a streamer could come in and um, like stream today's parkour, and like there were certain parts where the frames would freeze. I think it was because we were going over different parcels of land, but I could be wrong. Um, but make sure that it's optimized for anybody that wants to like stream their gaming or KOA or anything like that. Because if it's hard, they're just not going to do it.
So, Kanessa, and if Make you're on there, anybody, Yolantis I think is as well. On the desktop app, again, same thing on the mobile, but you see the menu on the left. What Make and I were talking about, what I was thinking is like, does it make sense to have another menu option called live feeds, where like people could go in and Henny or somebody could be like, I want to broadcast, right? And then it logs, it does the same thing. It just takes their broadcast in the scene chat and puts you there. Kind of like a
I think this is awesome. Like, to me,
kind
this is one of the biggest like holes in what we're doing right now and what we're bringing in right now to DCL and the energy that's kind of getting forged, as they say. This is really exciting to me, Lastrom, from what we've seen over 2 years, you know?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Like I said, I like to try to stay connected in the car and stuff, and like the mobile. I have an iPhone 14, so it's not like old, and it's a Pro. It's huge RAM, gigged, all it's maxed out. It's like it burns my computer. I can't even hold my phone when I'm or on my leg, in the car. So I wanted a way to have other people just be able to tap in at work or something, and I love this idea. So now what I think I'm going to do is uh, create like a live feeds or something right next to communities, and then maybe when you click on it there'll be like a list, kind of like the events or the scenes, those little cards, and then it'll have a name, and like if they're live and what scene, um and then people could either create one or like tap in and get the viewpoint of that person streaming in that scene with that scene chat. That could be cool.
I'm gonna use it today for the rest of the day, Lastrom, because I got shit tons of homework in front of the computer. Little life news. Canessa and everybody else who even cares, we are under contract for a house, which means we get to deal with everybody and their mother. It's been an absolute nightmare since we moved here to try and find a place to live. We're finally at the last steps. So tons of homework. Last time I'm gonna have this running while I do my homework to get testing. I really appreciate this. I mean, I know we're all in our lanes doing our things, but the more we all get to integrate for special people, the more we win. Um, yeah, let's fucking go. And hopefully we all get to have a IRL pool party in my life soon.
Make keep your head up.
We're under
I
contract. We
Ah,
gave them the monies. We
there
gave
you
them
go.
the most monies. We've got inspections are going really well. Dude, this place is crazy, but we're gonna build the future together, guys. And I'll be in touch last term. I'm gonna give it a run. And honestly, y'all, I mean, there's so much fun stuff coming. We just gotta keep pushing. Let's fucking go. And come hang out with me tonight in my Borat suit for after hours, because I'm going to absolutely go off. I don't have anybody to answer to tonight but the Dex and my friends.
Thank you, Mike.
I like seeing what happens when the gloves come off or when the pants come off. So
I'm letting my
kudos.
hair down. I don't have to yell at anybody. I don't have to check in the background who's going to win an apple. I'm just going to hang out with Mew. Mew is still going to be with me. He doesn't know it yet, but he's going to call me just to give me the emotional support I need in my own brain. But yeah, I just feel like a new chapter of fun is about to begin for all of us. So let's go. Okay, bye.
Bye. Good luck. Fight the good fight. Yeah, I feel the same. I'm like, it feels nice kind of like tying up projects like this one that I kind of like in concept started many years ago, and I just feel like we're at such a good place. Maybe it's just gliding, but I don't know. It seems like we got people here building. It's easier than ever to build stuff, and So keep going. Take breaks. Like I don't know. I was like log off to lock in. I don't know. That just it felt so good taking a break and like going and doing something other than DCL because then it just made me like jazzed to come back and build. So make sure you take breaks.
Touch some grass, long breaks. Yeah, so Canessa, we are our usual 3 hour mark. I don't know if there are like many other conversations we can get into, or if we want to start winding down. What do you think?
I
I
have to. Oh, I had my echo. Um, I have to go buy seeds in a little bit. So, and I already promised to my young friends that we would go buy seeds and touch grass. So we should probably wrap it up. I can go plant some IRL stuff. Everybody else can be making some cool stuff and see what we come up with for next week.
Yep. And looks like Tweety has just joined us and claimed the OP badge. Let's go. How long is the OP badge going to be available for our friends to claim?
You know, I set it to 24 hours without even thinking about it because I wanted to leave this up. I think what I'll do is have like this CBD badge for 24 hours because I don't have a choice. I can't change it now. But then I'll probably just leave this parkour up if people, like it and have fun. And yeah, so I feel bad if it's too hard for people to get to. So one thing I could always do is like drop the OP badge down in the build so that it's easier to get to. I don't know if people would.
You can put it at the starting point.
Yeah, I could do that. But I know like everybody works so hard to get there, so I'm like, I don't want to do that. And then somebody's like,
Yeah,
but
I know.
I spent 2 hours. You crazy person. I'll have to think about that. But I want people to have, the CBD badge because, yeah.
They were good testers. Well, maybe you could do it for the badge, and then like the wearable stays or the emote stays exclusive for those that completed.
True. And thank you again, Hayabusa, for making this amazing frame. So awesome.
Yes, indeed. And yeah, I guess I'll go. We can. Oh yeah, question to you: are you getting any carrots?
Yes, we're getting everything. Like we're gonna have everything, and we do. It's not a garden that's got the size for everything, so I'm not sure. But it's been a few years since I had a garden. I used to love gardening, and so this is cool. I have like a thing about soil. I love my compost, and I spend way too much time like looking at my compost. So I'm really gonna be happy to get out and like touch dirt this summer.
Yeah, already getting ready for summer, and like what, 3 days before April? Did the
Oh yeah,
groundhog already see its shadow and whatnot?
I think so. I mean, it was like 107 in Arizona. I don't know how people do it down there. Like, I got back, it was 41, rainy. I'm like, this is where humans were designed to be. Like, you can always put sweatshirts on, but in Arizona, no, you sit out on the pavement, you're gonna cook.
I can agree with that. It's definitely different because, like, I'm over here in Florida and kind of, it's hot here too, but at least we have like some humidity and stuff like that. So, but Arizona, it's just like that dry heat that just bakes you, and you
Yeah.
and you don't even sweat either. You're like,
But I would rather have that than humidity. Humidity is the worst. And people out west, they're like, "Oh, it's humid today." I'm like, "No, you don't know what like humid is." And I don't
yeah,
know what humid is.
tell them to talk to your Florida friend.
Yeah. Yup.
I'll tell them all about how, like, by just walking out and you're just instantly wet everywhere. Yeah. So Yeah, I guess let's wind down here. Let's I guess we can go around with our current speakers, see if there's any final thoughts. I'll start with MetaBeast. Any final thoughts, comments, concerns?
Oh, most definitely. But I had originally come up here to mention that the Decentraland Easter extravaganza, while on a much smaller scale, there will be something next week, starting Friday, running through Monday, at least on my land. Old Guy, I do believe, is putting together something himself as well. And then if you feel there's still time and you still want to try to put something together, Sinful, you're still more than welcome. I'll put portals to both locations there. Um, I'm trying something. It's kind of cool. I feel it could probably be better. I just don't know how to make it better. But you can come decorate some eggs on what I'm building instead of have to hunt for them.
Oh, nice. Decorate them in world.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Nice. Nice, nice. Thank you, thank you. And big shout out to Old Guy. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how I can contribute in such a you know, short time. I was like, can I like do you need me to stream anything? Like uh
I know Old Guy was not planning any specific event. Um, it's just going to run Friday. I'm doing Friday through Monday. I imagine he'll follow suit. So there hasn't been a special event actually planned for it. Just a special build and something for people to check out. As of right now, I mean, if there's somebody's got other ideas, if you got something you want to do, let me know. We'll figure something out for sure.
thank you, Meta Beast. And yeah, the big shout out to you for, putting a little sum together. I'm kind of almost thinking, it wouldn't work. Like kind of like deploying my old Easter build from last year, either the one where you like dig for the egg or like jump on the gators to make the egg appear, but
You
like it
could,
would
but I
be
think you would have to redo all
yeah.
everything just for your land specifically. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, like kind of like because like the back end type of thing there was that it would count towards your collection list in, I believe it was through the Forge. Um but like yeah, like
Yeah.
maybe, maybe there's hope. um and last term, passing it over to you. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, we could try to whip up something at the Forge, a quest, and there's a smart item available, MetaBeast, so it'd be easy to do. And then yeah, check out the companion app. It's called an app, but it's a website, and we're gonna get the video streaming in there. And I have the code for the camera for the smart item. So if anybody wants to make a wearable that fits that, just the Neuralink was supposed to be more exclusive, like 100. So like not everybody can get it. So we might need to create a new wearable at a different mint size and supply. So I'm down to do that as well. But continue the companion app testing, and let's see where we can take it. I'm super excited about it. I appreciate everybody trying it out.
I still have my Neuralink. And when is your event in Angzar? I swear to God, I tried to go there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I saw the Angzar event, and every time I went at the time I thought it was there was nothing.
Yeah, we did that on purpose. No, I'm kidding. We had the snafu with the spring forward and the whole UTC thing, just crazy. But we officially ended it, so 5 p.m. Pacific on Thursdays. 6 p.m. Pacific on Thursdays, but we're moving that now that the Community Jumpstart program has officially ended. The calendar kind of widens up a little bit so we don't overlap on other people. So I have to kind of think what time would be good for this next Thursday. And then I'm happy to have it. So it's kind of at 6 p.m. on Thursdays is the hard time right now, but it might shift.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, thank you everyone that came
And
up and
real,
chatted with us. Go ahead.
if Canessa's still around, what's the best way to communicate with board and or Regenesis?
On the forums. I would say, like, I can't speak for Regenesis. You know, Toxic is always the person I bug with questions. But for council, the forums. Because you yeah, you had some good questions, and I think that those were, Gino posted a response.
He has, but it still does not. It's the issue is you know how horrible it was for me to find everything that I did finally find. It should not be that way. And if we're reopening the grants and we're trying to bring new people in all the time, there's got to be an easier way. And there's things broken even at the Dow homepage. If you go to the form or the documents, it's a 404.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of transition, and I think maintaining that is one of the things that, uh, among other things, could be maintained better. So hopefully, just having the conversation started is a step in the right direction. Because yeah, we're gonna have a lot of questions. I have questions that, um, I struggle to find certain things when I look through documentation. So yeah.
Thank you. I just don't want to go through. I mean, I've prepared ahead, but I don't want to keep going through all the work if I'm gonna hit a dead end anyway.
Yeah, and I think also like the town hall, um,
Yeah,
you know, that would be.
I want to bring all my questions on Wednesday. I just know how I will forget or something.
Yeah, and I personally, I'm like struggling with whether I bring all of the community questions to the foundation AMA, a little bit different than the town hall. But I think I bombard them with questions that could have been emails, you know, and like I don't want to take valuable space in that time, and I also want to give them a chance to come up with a thoughtful response so that I'm not putting somebody on the spot and then they're like, I gotta, gotta research two things before I answer that. So I think, um, yeah, having a place, having an avenue where you can ask those questions in advance, and be like, these are what we would like, uh, to adjust next time there's a town hall. Because otherwise, you know, the last town hall we spoke about like the relevancy, like is this a good use of time? Like I think once grants open up, definitely.
And because my other thing is too, nothing from the Decentraland Dow homepage even uh, directs you to Regenesis Labs to find some of this information. So there was that, and and I have one about the Dow in world too, but that's totally different. So
Yeah, lot to unpack there. So definitely, and I want to give it the time that it, um, you know, the time that it deserves. And I'm a little short on time today to jump into all of that. So
well, that's why I just asked you what was the best way to contact people. I wasn't going to.
yeah, I personally like the having, the owner of the DAO Discord be somebody that's, uh, withholding funds. Like I'm not going to use that unless I absolutely have to. Like I just there's a lot. It also just like things get lost there if something comes up. and then people talk for 12 hours, it's already gone. Like, it's lost in just the format of Discord. So I think having a, like, that's why the forum just documents answers and questions so much better. I know people don't use it, and I know we kind of have to retrain ourselves, but I think long term it'll be better to have that information kept in one place. Excuse me.
Yeah, that
Yep.
Discord kind of has been odd, especially with Artista having a manic attack in there.
I
So
haven't
yeah.
been in the Dow Discord for well over a year myself, anyway. But shout out LM Design. How do we get an AR build into Decentraland? We got land available. Somebody will let you build on it if you want to, LM.
Alrighty, well, Kanessa, do you have any final thoughts?
Just thank you everybody for coming. Apologies to anybody that this was too hard. I did not mean for, I meant for it to be challenging, and now I'm like, oh shoot, it was too hard. So if you haven't gotten there yet, I just redeployed, and I excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm fighting a cough. I'm trying not to be sick. I just redeployed and I added colliders to the roof of the house. They don't match the roof because it's too steep, but they're kind of like flat. So you can climb up to the top of the roof of the house and then try to float as far as you can. So hopefully that's helpful. If you were here and you were struggling and you tried to get the emote, we're gonna get you. We got you. We're not gonna keep you out in the cold air too long. So yeah, just thank you everybody for taking the time to show up, not just for CBD but for Decentraland. Like, we're a scrappy little place, but man, like, I think we have a lot of potential to build some cool stuff if we just keep going.
Definitely a scrappy little place. Uh, but yeah, I mean, totally agree with you. And yeah, everyone, like this week 198. This is our last week of us doing or these shows within the community jumpstart program. But don't worry, everyone, because I mean, we were here for over 100 weeks before the program came, and we're gonna be here for over hundreds of weeks after the program is done.
Oh
So,
yeah, we were supposed to say we're done. Like, we're closing shop.
we're actually closing shop. All right, we're
Yeah.
closing down the Discord. Maybe after this, and yeah, guys, good luck, everyone. We are best.
No, okay, I'll be quiet.
So
Oh,
Vanessa brings the jokes out of me. What's up,
um,
Metapeace?
I don't know if I'm gonna put it out there because I don't know how much success they're having. But a Zebga, I think it is trying to make a little mini Decentraland. If you want to contribute with a two parcel build, I'm thinking they might be happy. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to put together for mine, but making a Decentraland in one of his worlds. So he's looking for some builds to add to that. If anybody's interested.
Yep. I believe there's been some conversations in the builder chat in the CBD Discord that will be closing down shortly after this space. So good luck communicating. Once again, sorry, I came up with the jokes, but yes, there's been like some communications in the builder chat within the CBD Discord. So if you want to like kind of contribute or even like ask some questions, jump on in there and tag Sebga. It would be like at SEB. All right. Seb. Yeah. SEB GA, and you should see him. So and yeah, big shout out to him for like wanting to put that together, kind of using his world to collaborate with other builders and see what like what could be done, because like it's like, what a better use. It's like, if you don't have the all the land in Genesis City, it's like, why not create your own little village that and bring people together through that. So big shout out to Sebka for that. And so yes, I mean, and wanted to thank also Decentraland for allowing the CBD to have the opportunity to be a part of the Community Jumpstart program. As a group, we have learned a lot, and you know, the program has allowed us the opportunity to do a lot, as well as like even set ourselves up for the next 200 weeks, we could say. So yeah, big shout out to Decentraland, and yeah, we out here. We're not going anywhere. Please tune in next week for week 199 of the Community Building Decentraland X Spaces. Uh, we're creeping up to 200 real quick, Canessa, and I think I saw Kim drop a comment somewhere being like, "We should do something special for 200," and we're just like, every
Yeah, I
week is
mean
special.
200 Saturdays, or some of them, half of them were Wednesdays, but I think we've made it further than most NFT projects. We probably should have been selling some kind of like NFT project or something smarter than what we've done. But we just talked a lot for a long time, so it's pretty awesome. We're still here. Uh, awesome that Decentraland's still here. That's a plus. So yeah, we'll have to think of something good.
Most definitely, most definitely. And I'm whipping out my handy dandy calculator here. And like, let's say we've spoken for an average of 3 hours, times 200. We have spoken for 600 hours worth of community building Decentraland. And I mean, I mean, some shows have gone on 6 hours, others have been 1 hour, but like, just as a rough number, we're out here. We're like, if I'm not mistaken, I divide this by 24, we've spoken for 25 days, everyone. Here on these spaces. So big shout out to you. And also, I wanted to point out Canessa's latest post on X. She had found the sketches of her city in the sky. And I, you know, from knowing Canessa back in, or meeting her back in 2021, I remember a rough draft version of this being deployed on her 9 piece. So I mean, Canessa, maybe time to explore the possibilities of what we can do on 115 parcels worth of worth of sky.
We do. We just need to negotiate with our neighbors. We have two people that Monday morning we're gonna have to pull them into the boardroom, and they don't both have to say yes, but somebody just needs to give us some access. Like what is it called when you have like access?
I think it's like, or are you talking about like when the government is trying to build a road and it goes past like someone's
an,
land? It's like, oh, we need this for sovereignty or something
an
like that.
eas
I forget.
an easement. We just need an easement. Like just need a little bloop, little access point. And I'm not looking at you guys. I know who you. Yeah.
I'm
and
I'm looking at M.
and I'm Em and Alan. Definitely not looking at Em and Alan. And Metariuk, bring him into the fold. It would be cool if the builds on the ground could just stay there and we could just mess with the airspace. So I have to see. I don't know. I don't know, when will it be enough.
I've already pestered Alan enough, I feel, so I think you may need to uh, head the conversation with Alan. uh,
Will do. I'll make sure.
make sure you offer him something real nice. Um,
A red T-shirt.
red T-shirt, that works. That works. But yeah, thank you everyone for being so great, being here with us for 198 weeks. Some of you have been here like every week. I mean, I can look at like Jim Cedric. Like I feel like that man has been here for all 198 weeks, and that we appreciate you and we see you, Jim, and we love you. Thank you. Um, and yeah, I guess that's a wrap for today's show. Canessa, go get those seeds. Make sure you get lots of carrots. They're good for your eyes. And let's see, don't get any tomatoes. Those things are fruits. They're not vegetables. Okay, I'll stop rambling now. Take care, everyone. Love you all.